Gym Game of the Week. We are live at Midland Valley High School tonight. They play host to Gilbert, and we're here to cover all the action a little bit early than maybe you're used to. Hopefully you're tuning in and ready to go. The game going to be an hour earlier, kickoff at 6:30 as opposed to 7:30, and the rain, I believe, has passed on. We're going to be rain-free for the rest of the night. That's Ed's AccuWeather forecast. I should have waited till Steve Smith from Strom Thurmond was here to tell me exactly what was going to happen. But at any rate, Ed Gerardo along with the coach Ken Brace, back from his assignment in Charleston, and Noah Fight, sports editor for the Aiken Standard. And a game tonight where we're looking forward to seeing two teams, 3-2, good football teams. We might even call it the Battle of the Leopards. We'll talk about Gilbert's Leopard in a minute, but Xavier Leopard, the leading tackler in the area of Midland Valley, goes with all of the cars.
Yeah, and he has a chance to be the leading tackler again, as he was last year for the entire season. I don't know if those two young men are related, but they're going to get to know each other tonight. There's going to be some collisions out there between Xavier, and Jacavis, I believe is how he pronounces his other name.
Yes, and the cars, the Daniel Carr, Dre Carr, they make the offense go, and Cameron Brown on the outside.
Well, I'll tell you what, both these teams can score points, and I expect that we're going to see a lot of points tonight. Defense is going to determine who wins this ball game. Whichever defense can slow the other one down, I think, will be the winning team. In
your pregame story, the coach from Gilbert was talking about Cameron Brown playing college football next year, and he also said that his big stud running back, Leopard, was going to be one of them that will play on Saturdays too.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got that frame that all coaches are looking for. He's 6'2", 6'3", 210 pounds, great speed, good power, is versatile, beyond just, smashing into people, that he can block, he can catch. And he's going to be the sort of the X factor for Gilbert tonight. But as Coach mentioned before, defense is really going to be the calling card for this game, because in Gilbert, when they win, the defense is very good. And their losses, not so much. So I think we'll find out early if they're going to be up to the task.
Yeah, they battled Batesburg-Leesville last week, 1-point loss, 42-41. So we can expect a lot of good things. Believe me, look for number 10 for Gilbert. Walking out on the field before the game, he stands out amongst the rest of them. He's quite a good-looking young man. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about some of the other games going on in the area. Perhaps they're going to miss the rain, too, when we get back to the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family-owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in two locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
From our Looney Tunes Savings Club that teaches young people their first lessons about managing money to free financial counseling services for adults, Security Federal Bank grows with our customers and has a service to meet every need. Established right here in Aiken County in 1922, we continue to be your hometown bank. We always work to meet the changing needs of our customers. That's why we've become a company that can meet every need for financial services. From online banking, bill pay, mortgage products, trusts, and a full line of insurance products. If we were you, we'd bank with us.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335. or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
What a crowd we have on hand tonight. And last, before kickoff, here comes the game ball. Set to be brought in from the sky by parachute. The crowd has spotted him as he comes in for a landing. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
From orthopedics to neurology, imaging to pain management, or even if a good idea just turns into an accident, CMI can help you play again. Learn more at cmi.md.
Welcome back to the pregame show tonight. Midland Valley, the Mustangs playing host to Gilbert, the Indians from up in Lexington County. And we'll get around to talking about that game, but right now we want to take a look at some of the other games that are going on around the area. But before we do that, don't forget to pick up a copy of the Aiken Standard Saturday morning to check on all the area teams' results from Friday night. Then on Sunday, game balls will be presented to the area's top players. On Monday, the Aiken Standard Power Rankings are released. And on Tuesday, the Wave Aiken Standard Player of the Week is announced. And congratulations to last week's Wave Aiken Standard Player of the Week, Dalton Swires of Fox Creek High School. And we'll take a look at the mascot for Fox Creek, the Predator. And maybe even get a chance to see his Wave jacket that he received. Player of the Week. That's Dalton Swires. What did he do last week, Noah?
He had a big game, had 11 carries, over 100 yards, including a 60-yard touchdown run, and by far Fox Creek's most impressive win of the season, beating a good Southside Christian team.
All right, congratulations to Dalton. Also, congratulations to last week's Center for Dentistry MVP for Gold's Gym Game of the Week. That's North Augusta's Brandon Houston, who led the Yellow Jackets to a big win over Strom Thurmond last week. So stay tuned at the end of tonight's game where we will name tonight's Center for Dentistry MVP. And now we'll take a look at other games going on in the area. And again, we've got a big slate going on. North Augusta is at Ridgeview.
They are, and the big news this afternoon is it's been reported that North Augusta quarterback Trib Reese won't be playing in the game tonight, that he I guess there may be a suspension issue. I'm not 100% sure, but that may be the case, and probably won't suit up tonight. So makes what looked like to be a game that was pointing in North Augusta's favor that much more competitive. But I think that North Augusta has shown this year that they're winning games with defense and running, and I think that even without Reese, they should still find a way to do that.
You know, I think this team they're playing tonight, though, is a little bit scary to me. One of the teams they did get beaten by was Goose Creek, and that's one of the elite teams in South Carolina usually. They have a running back that earlier in the season ran for over 300 yards in one game. So I think North Augusta's defense will be tested tonight, and I think this team coming in is better than their 3-3 record would indicate.
If Tribb's not the quarterback, who's the quarterback?
Josh Ayukia is the backup on the roster. He's going to get the start, is my understanding. And they also have a freshman who's the starter for the JV team who could see some time as well.
Okay, it'll be interesting to watch that one. I want to get that Aiken Standard tomorrow and find out how that turned out. South Aiken at Colleton County.
South Aiken, talking to Coach West this week, he's kind of he's pleased with some things, displeased with some other things that he said last week. The defense got off to a great start, forced a bunch of turnovers, but the offense couldn't cash them in. Then the offense got clicking, as we saw, and Bowen Smith had a tremendous game, but the defense couldn't come up with the stops they needed. South Aiken's going to be a little short-handed. They're missing off that defense Jeff McReynolds, an outstanding safety who we saw, and two starters off the offensive line. I think that combined with how Colleton County has some mojo on their side, they're a program enjoying their best season over about a decade. So I think that might be another tough one for South Aiken.
Yeah, and it's too bad because one of the neat stories for me is Bowen Smith. Okay, he football and baseball player, and I love that. Okay, he plays both. Sometimes kids these days focus on one sport. He not only has been a baseball player, football player, but he's been really a neat surprise this year. He leads the county in throwing, touchdowns over 1,100 yards. Really happy for him. And my question mark for this game is, And with those two linemen out, I probably know the answer. Their running game just hasn't clicked this year so far, and I thought it really would with Richardson and Lee. But we'll see what happens tonight.
And maybe a little change up along the front of the line gives them a different look, different push.
Maybe.
Absolutely. All right, now Aiken's going to Brooklyn Casey. They get to play in the new stadium, which is right there in downtown West Columbia. It's a beautiful place. It really is. And Brooklyn Casey suddenly has emerged as a good football team.
Absolutely. Last year, the first half of last season, they got off to a tremendous start, as they've done again this year. Really kind of turned around from them when they came here to Midland Valley and lost a close game, struggled down to the finish, but they've bounced back. They've got tremendous offensive weapons with the quarterback can really sling it around. I think it's going to be a tough night for Aiken, even though they showed us a lot last week and finding a way to gut out a win. But now it's official that their top back, Brayton Sanders, he's out for the year with an ACL injury.
And, he was a real spark plug when we saw him earlier in the year. I thought he was a key player for Aiken, and with him out, that makes it tough. The other thing that, to me, just jumps right out at me, Brooklyn Casey, much more balanced. They threw for 250 yards or something last week. They had a running back that ran for 100 yards. They're balanced, and right now, Aiken has trouble throwing the football, let's be honest.
Now, Strom Thurmond has a 2-game losing streak, which I don't remember the last time we actually said something like that. They're at Abbeville trying to get straight.
They are. It's my understanding from talking to Tyree Stidham on the field last week. He had rolled his ankle and hadn't practiced, and that's why he didn't play in our game last week up until the fourth quarter when Coach Hillary rolled the dice. But we saw he looked very good. Both Tyree and Coach Hillary were adamant that he's going to be out there tonight. I think his presence alone is going to be enough to carry Strom Thurmond to get that win, snap that losing streak.
Yeah, they've lost 2, but they played up, and it's good that they're playing Abbeville. Abbeville did beat Silver Bluff, and that was probably one of the few times they've done that in the last 20 years. But I think tonight Strom Thurmond gets over that losing streak.
Okay, we're going to go quickly through these last ones. Ridgeland's at Silver Bluff. This is one Silver Bluff could win.
Absolutely. Ridgeland, though, can run the ball very effectively. If Silver Bluff can lock them in, they've got a chance. I think Ridgeland will come out, though.
Well, I think probably Ridgeland should be favored. I'm going to go with the upset tonight. I think Silver Bluff's going to get off the slide, and they'll get a win tonight. But it'll be very tight. The coach said 6 points is going to separate them, and I hope it's on our side.
And that'll be Silver Bluff's first win of the year. All right, within the area, Fox Creek is at Ridge Spring.
That's a huge game. Really, the winner of that game has the driver's seat for Region 1A to win it. Guaranteed playoff spot, good playoff spot. Fox Creek's had a couple of guys this week also gotten a little situation where they're suspended. I like them before that. I think given that it's at Ridge Spring always plays them so tough, I'm going to give Ridge Spring a little bit of an edge.
Okay, and I'm going to flip a coin and say I'll probably go with Ridge Spring also, although I really like Swires last week, and Fox Creek is playing pretty well right now.
All right, another big game. HKT, Hunter Connor Tyler, is at Williston Elko, top 10 matchup in 1A football.
Absolutely. Two great teams. Williston won the region last year. HKT only loss was to Williston. After that, they won the rest of their games, won the Division II Class A title. They've got former Williston star back, Jarius Jenkins. He plays there now. It should just be a tremendous game. I think I'm going against the odds a little bit here, but I like the home team. I like Williston.
And I'm curious to see Jarius Jenkins. I wish we could see that game tonight. And the coach said, we really don't play that up too much in the locker room or anything. The fact that he transferred from our school, I guarantee the kids do. All right, and he probably wants to make a point, too, tonight. But I'll go with you. I think Williston may pull this one out.
And another one, Wagner Sally at North. This is a flip-the-coin type game, too.
It is. North has actually gotten off to a little bit better record, better start than they have in many years. Wagner is just struggling with injuries and consistency. I think they performed better last week, but were just overmatched. This should really be a close game, but I think North might have the edge.
And it used to be for the last several years when North came into the county to play, we knew that was an easy call. I'm going to go with North tonight, too, just because Wagner, I think, is down a little bit and a little banged up, too.
Okay, and we are at Midland Valley High School. Gilbert's visiting tonight, and we'll have that game, and we're going to talk about that when we return on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
Since Holly Tractor has been Aiken's place for farm equipment, implements, accessories, and supplies.
But did you know that Holly is your place for home yard equipment too? Riding and push mowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, and brands including Kubota, Husqvarna, and Stihl, equipment you can depend on. Come inside and see our expanded showroom. Holly is the exclusive dealer for Yeti coolers and now carry Generac generators. Holly Tractor, 1721 Richland Avenue East.
Sarah found me on the bathroom floor unconscious. I had a total blockage heart attack and an anoxic brain injury. Aiken Regional treated me with love and compassion and treated my family the same way. Thanks to them, we're living an awfully good life.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest and contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you're looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902.
Most people think the Y is a gym, but to me, it's so much more. When I needed help, the Y gave my kids a scholarship to a safe place where they could grow, learn, and have fun. And when I was struggling with all kinds of health issues, they gave me the guidance and motivation to get well. The Y helps families create a better future and become so much more. So give, join, or volunteer at the Y.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Daikin, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Welcome back. Gold's Gym Game of the Week. We are at Midland Valley High School as you take a look at what could be tailgating of some sort. Well, that's the concession stand, but that's almost the same thing. Don't forget the ultimate tailgating location in Aiken, Unique Expressions. Go by and pick up all the good stuff that you need to get for whether it's high school, college, or the pros. They have it all at Unique Expressions on Whiskey Road in the Mitchell Shopping Center. Your place to pick up your ultimate tailgate needs.
Now, you know, they tell me by just word of mouth that the food here is pretty good. Right? And I saw the smokers out there, and it smelled pretty good. Now, maybe we should stop by there one day.
Well, that would be fine. we can stop by after the game. Our pregame meal was given to us by McDonald's.
Yeah.
So we appreciate McDonald's and them taking care of us, and they do every week with the pregame meal for all of the production crew here that brings you the Gold's Gym Game of the Week. There's the Mustang. The Mustang's ready to run out on the field and tackle the visitors, Gilbert. And Gilbert, again, 3-2 on the season. Had a heck of a barn burner last week with Batesburg-Leesville, who's always pretty strong. Lose by 1 point. And I would expect there to be a pretty good effort tonight by Gilbert.
Absolutely. I think, given the way it happened where they jumped out, had a nice lead. I think they were up 21-6 early on. So gave that away, able to rebuild the lead midway through the fourth quarter, gave up a late touchdown, go into overtime. They give up the touchdown on the first possession, score a touchdown. As they're going to tie the game, send it to double overtime, extra point gets blocked. But from talking to Coach Knight, he said that, honestly, that's a game that Gilbert really could have won, that they just sort of hurt themselves with turnovers. And that's going to be the template tonight for Midland Valley. If they can force Gilbert into some more of those mistakes, that should lead to big things for them. But it's hard to do that when Gilbert's feeding the ball to Jakeas Liebhart, who we talked about a little bit before. He's just an outstanding running back, averaging over 120 yards a game. When we saw him last year at Strom Thurmond, he actually had touchdown catch, so he's going to be involved in every facet of the offense.
Yeah, and Zacchaeus Leapart, as we said earlier in the pregame, he good-looking kid out there on the field.
Oh, yeah, and he's lean and muscular. Okay, got the runner's body. Once again, he reminds me kind of of Gurley, at Georgia. I mean, he's not in that class yet, but that's the kind of impact he could have on the ball game if he has a good night. And then I like their quarterback, all right? Hendricks threw for over 225, 30 yards last week, 4 touchdown passes, and that's a nice balanced attack. And I like to see the balance in the attack. So I think offensively they're the real deal.
And he's a player on the come that when we, again, saw the game last year against Strom Thurmond, they had a veteran guy, Mitch Spires, who was really good and did a great job. And Hendricks has had to take over that responsibility this year, and he's gotten better each week.
Okay, it's homecoming here tonight at Midland Valley. We'll take a break, come back, get ready for the kickoff, and talk a little bit more about what you can expect from Midland Valley when we return on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
Pruitt Health is here to help. For more than 4 decades, Pruitt Health has partnered with healthcare professionals to deliver exceptional care to families across the Southeast. Since the beginning, our focus has always been on quality programs, quality services, and quality people. Looking forward to the future, we've developed an innovative model of care to provide comprehensive, streamlined solutions. Get well for life with Pruitt Health.
Unique Expressions in the Mitchell Shopping Center is a treasure chest of gifts for all occasions. The collegiate collection is second to none. South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia, ACC or SEC. Support your favorite school. From clothing to mailboxes to tailgating items, Unique Expressions has them all. Handbags by Spartina and the Vera Bradley collection. And a U.S. Post Office on site for your mailing convenience. Stop in today at Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road.
When you want to mix it up right, you need the tastiest choices around. And McDonald's Dollar Menu and more has always got your back. Feeling like a classic? Try the one and only McChicken, still just $1. Or you can always turn it up with the great tasting McDouble. Plus other delicious hits, all for a price you can't beat. Whatever your flavor, the Dollar Menu and more is just what you need to keep you moving. There's something for everyone to love at McDonald's.
One evening we were sitting around the table, and my 4-year-old stood up in his chair, and he said, "Dad, I want to be just like you." And I thought, that's great, until he said, "I want to be nice and big and fat." It was at that moment I realized I need to make a change.
I took the scales at over 208 pounds, and that was the point that I realized I really needed to make a change. In fact, we both really needed to make a change.
Together, we have lost 150 pounds, and our family has a healthy new future.
And green hornets, let me hear you scream. T-Breds and Mustangs, rebels run the zone. Blue devils and bulldogs, we must protect this home. Foxes and Trojans and eagles showing pride. All the lights are on and we cannot be denied that Friday is the night we all become freaks, rocking with the high school game of the week.
You're looking live at Midland Valley High School, where tonight Midland Valley takes on the Gilbert Indians from up Lexington County Way in tonight's Gold's Gym Game of the Week here on ASTV and WRDW My 12. Ed Jarretto, along with Ken Brace, Noah Fight, has moved to the sidelines. Well, he'll be giving us the Holly Tractor sideline report as the game progresses. And Coach, we didn't really get a whole lot of chance to talk more about Midland Valley. We saw Midland Valley earlier this season up at Strom Thurmond. they gave Strom Thurmond a good run for their money in the first half. Then Strom kind of opened things up with the opening kickoff in the second half, and it looked like Midland Valley may have gotten a little flustered trying to get back into the game and never could, but they certainly have a fine quarterback. Daniel Carr is about as good as anybody we've seen.
You know, I think he's the most exciting player in the county this year. I really do. I was talking to one of the assistant coaches for Gilbert before the game, and we both finished each other's sentence when we said he's most dangerous when the play breaks down. When you think you've got everything defended and there's nowhere to go, that's when he makes things happen, and I really think that's true. Daniel Carr does a great job, throws the ball very well, very exciting, and he keeps them in every ball game offensively.
Dre Carr is their running back, their feature running back, and he had almost 200 yards rushing against South Aiken. Now, when we saw him against Strom Thurmond really, really boxed him in and kept him from getting anything started. But he's a workhorse in the middle.
Yeah, and he's got great speed. Related, the quarterback and the running back are related cousins, I think. And they do a nice job back there together. And they got one in the garage, I understand, too, who comes out there and plays every once in a while in the backfield. So the Carr brothers and cousins do a nice job for Midland Valley.
And on defense, they have really probably the outstanding defender in the area in terms of Xavier Leapard. He leads the area in total tackles, which he did last season.
That's right.
And he's doing it again this year.
Yeah, and he's all over the field. He's a player that coaches always talk about. He has a nose for the football. He's their middle linebacker, their Mike linebacker, and he goes sideline to sideline. He loves contact, and he's a very, very good football player.
But their other linebackers are very good, too. It was interesting reading the article this morning, Eric's article, talking about all the different linebackers and how they play off each other.
And they like each other. Anthony Colden, Chad Morris, and Ben Paget, are the other linebackers. They're running out of one of those 3-5 defenses, and they do a very nice job. The other side of the coin, Gilbert, has said that they're going to put quick people out there. They're not real big on defense, but they want some speed out there to sort of counterbalance the speed that Midland Valley has in the backfield.
Well, they will run a I formation, more traditional offense that we're used to, and line Zacchaeus Leapart back at the very back and run him exclusively. We may see him run the ball 20, 25, 30 times even.
Yeah, okay. I wouldn't be surprised to see that at all, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him gain 100 yards or more tonight. He's not the kind of runner so far this year that has broken the big plays, but he's consistent, and he'll pick up good yardage for you.
All right, the captains have met, and Coach has the captains and the winner of the toss.
Okay, for the visiting Gilbert Indians, we got number 52, Travis Kiesler, who is a defensive tackle. Number 56, Carter Titanic, who is the center on the football team. Number 86, one of their receivers, Trey Johnson, and number 99, Matthew Presley. And for the homestanding Mustangs, we've got number 3 tonight, and that is Dre Carr, the running back. Number 9, Ben Paget, one of the linebackers we just mentioned. Number 11 is Cameron Brown, their outstanding wide receiver. And number 55 is Tyler Smith.
All right.
The Indians won the toss, deferred, and they will receive.
Midland Valley will receive.
Yeah.
Midland Valley will receive, and Gilbert will defend the north end zone. This is one of those entries in high school football that's one of the better ones. They actually come out of the locker room, which is back at the high school, and come down the hill, and a lot of times they'll touch the Mustang as they come running out on the field. They have their own version of running down the hill here at Midland Valley.
Yeah, it looked kind of neat. That is a neat mascot that they've got over there. And I also heard that they've got a lot of people here that are into horses, and they, I believe, just selected the live mascot for the year. So maybe we'll see that one of these days.
Okay, once again, we're starting early. We're an hour early. The fans are a little late getting here because of various reasons that could be understood. In anticipation of the rain, they decided to start early, but the rain got here early, and I do believe that it has passed us by and that we are home free from the rain. Should see some temperatures drop in and maybe even have it feel like football weather.
And I also think it's homecoming here tonight, and they moved the ceremony inside. They've already had the parade, and they've, I guess, announced the winners, or maybe they'll announce them at halftime today.
We'll see if we can find that out. All right, Zach Kilgore to kick off for the Indians. Deep to receive, Xavier Liebhardt.
Back deep to receive the Mustangs, number 33, Drake Pollard, number 25.
I believe it's Strom Thurman that has their linebacker, who is Xavier too. All right, they're going to do a little squib onside type thing. Midland Valley does a good job and recovers it. Gets on the football. It got through that front line, and the big guys jumped on it. Big number 76, which is Will Grandy, recovered the kick. So Midland Valley gets outstanding field position at the 43.
Yeah, and you know, their front 5 people did seem to be pulling back, but the kick was a little bit soft, and they were able to handle it without too much problem.
All right, Midland Valley will run from the shotgun. Carr next to Carr in the backfield. 2 split wide to the right, 2 to the left. Going to keep does Daniel Carr, and he swarmed under. He's going to lose a yard. Bring up 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, and that's nice defense for the first play for Gilbert. And Gilbert's going to line up in a 4-4 defense. 2 inside linebackers, 2 outside linebackers, 4 down defensive linemen. And as I say, they are not the biggest team you've ever seen out there, but they, according to their coach, have some quickness, and they'll need it tonight.
The loss is back to the 41, actually a loss of 2 yards. 2nd down and 12. Motion to the right. Going to roll that way. He throws to his right over the head of his intended receiver. He had it intended for Stephon Morency. Incomplete, 3rd down, 12. Midland Valley resets, this time 3 split wide to the left. Dre Carr on Daniel Carr's right. Now going to run up the middle. He's got room across the 50. He's got the 1st down to the 40. Got more room. Turns up into 30, 20, 10. Run out of bounds. Thought for a minute he might take it to the house, but he's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Big play, and that's what you talked about before the game.
No question. And they had good coverage, okay, on the receivers. No question about that. They even had some pressure coming, all right, huge hole up the middle, and I guarantee you that was a called play. That was a quarterback draw all the way, had no intention of throwing the football. And there's where he is, as I said, the most dangerous player in the county right there.
The Specs, did you see that replay? Daniel Carr picks up a Chandler Law Firm 1st and 10 at the 10, 1st and goal. Looks to the sidelines to get the play now. 3 split wide to the right, 1 left. Carr, Dre Carr to the left. Going to hand off to Carr right up the middle across the 5. Stopped at the 4, but he picks up 6 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal. They're going to say he was down at the 5. 2nd and goal from the 5.
And, you know, we've watched these kids for a couple of years now, a couple or 3 years, and they just have progressed so much. And they are a real threat offensively. They've done that against good teams, and when they were playing up, they did it. And now they're back in their league. They should be dangerous.
Spreads the field to the right. Comes to the right. Now under pressure, stops, goes back. No fakes, pumps, has a man long, but overshoots. And that's number 15. That's A.J. Mealing. Threw it a little too high. And
a little bit.
That way you don't have the problem of perhaps an interception.
But he got out of trouble again, rolled to the right and got pulled up, and then he bought time and had enough time to get a pass off. Like you say, a little bit high, but he freezes the defense.
So it brings up 3rd and goal from the 5. Again, 3 split wide to the right. Cameron Brown far to the right. They go to Brown. Brown going to get a blocker, going to look for the end zone. In the Tyler Tire end zone. Cameron Brown puts Midland Valley on the scoreboard. 6-0, the extra point to come.
Nice little quick screen out there, and we can see that the 2 other receivers do a nice job blocking. They're right in the defender's face. Brown walks into the end zone. Well executed.
Thomas McCord, the kicker from Midland Valley, on to try the point after. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and it is good. So Midland Valley breaks on top here early on in our first quarter. 10-17 left to go in the first. Midland Valley on the Security Federal scoreboard leads 7-0 over Gilbert. We'll be right back.
News 12 on your side for 60 years.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center. Midland Valley takes the opening drive, 57 yards for the score. The CMI kickoff to Gilbert. Gilbert catches it backpedaling over at the 15, now moves upside the sidelines and gets to the 45. He runs out of bounds. They're going to mark him just short of the 45, where it'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Indians.
Nice return by Tristan Register for the Indians.
He caught the ball backpedaling, and you'd think that he might be a little bit of trouble, but he made a nice little move to the outside, went down the sidelines, and got great field position now for Gilbert. First snap going quickly. Pitch out to Leopard. He's met in the backfield. And you see that what we talked about, he's got some size. He was going to be tackled for a 4-yard loss. He got back to the line of scrimmage. No loss, 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, they played that a little soft on defense, waited for the pitch to take place, immediately attacked Leopard, and then got some help. Well defended.
We thought they'd run a power eye. They're not in the power eye, obviously. A little bit of a pistol look. Going to look to pass. Has his man at the 50. Works up past the 45 to the 43-yard line. That'll bring up a Chandler Law Firm first down for Gilbert as they get into Mustang territory.
And I like the way that's the first time I've seen him throw in a live game. Of course, we don't see Gilbert very often. But Nick Hendricks threw that ball very, very well.
12-yard gain. Now, straight handoff. Picking his holes is Leopard as he gets up. Are down to the 37-yard line, maybe the 36. Good pickup of 7 yards, and you can see why they were so high on him.
Absolutely. He got hit by a number of people, dragged him for a 7-yard gain.
2nd and 3. Fakes the handoff, going over the middle, and then out of the hands of the Midland Valley defender. But that was awfully quick. Number 14 for Midland Valley is Taylor Wade. Had an opportunity for the interception, but he had to think quick. It was there on him quick.
And I like the play call for Gilbert. They've got 3rd down coming in just about 3 yards. They've got 2 plays to make 3 yards, and I dare say they like their chances with their running back.
Now we've got stoppage. Don't think anybody called a timeout.
I think there was a football adjustment.
So the ball has been adjusted. Big 3rd down play. 3rd down and 3. Fakes the handoff, going to keep. And he's going nowhere. Hendricks, the quarterback, maybe outsmarted himself rather than giving it to his big back.
Yeah, I think so. If that was a read, and I'm not sure that it was, but if it was a read, I don't think it was the correct one that time.
Picked up about a half a yard. Gilbert needs to make it to the 33-yard line. They've got 2.5 yards to pick it up. Again, a pistol formation. Now we got movement in the front. Now let's see, this may be encroachment by Midland Valley. They're picking it up, saying it's offsides against Midland Valley. So they moved and encroached on the line of scrimmage. That's a no-no in high school football. 5-yard walk-off. Chandler Law Firm first down for the Indians at the 30-yard line. Now fakes the handoff. Goes over the middle,
nice
batted
defense
in there, and intercepted by the Mustangs. Had a man out there, did Gilbert. but it's tipped.
For number 8.
It's intercepted.
By number 23, Adrian Bembry.
So number 23, Adrian Bembry with the interception on the tip drill.
Classic tip drill, and he did have a receiver open, and a good size receiver. Nice play fake. The defender just steps in front. The ball was thrown a little bit low and able to tip it. Nice interception. Good defense.
So the ball ends up spotted just over the 15-yard line. We'll call it the 16. Chandler Law Firm first down. 3 split wide to the left. Goes inside with Drake Carr. Drake Carr breaks
still
on the
coming.
tackle, and here he comes. Wasn't dead. Now he's going to pick up big yardage. He's on the outside past the 50 to the 40. 30 out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Big run. Looked like he was down for maybe a yard, and he came out of the pile and took off.
Now, I think that's great, but if I'm on the Gilbert sideline, I'm saying, wait a minute, where's the whistle? He was stopped dead, right? No whistle, and slides away. That's a great effort by Carr.
Great look on the specs. Did you see that replay? You see him heading down the sideline. So 2 big plays, one by Daniel Carr, this one by Drake Carr. First drive resulted in a touchdown. Midland Valley now deep into the territory of the Indians. Another handoff to Drake Carr. Drake Carr this time is brought down. Picked up a yard, 2nd down and 9.
And they wrapped him up a little better that time. I think maybe they learned the lesson. He just had no quit in him on the play right before that. Terrific effort.
Mustangs 3 wide to the right. Cameron Brown far to the right. Pass in the middle of the field, caught. Oh, just short of the touchdown. Thought he was going in. Number 7 is Stephon Morrissey. Right at the goal line. So it's down to the 1. It's a 21-yard game.
Excellent execution once again by the quarterback. Daniel Carr sets up nicely, fires a bullet down to the 1-inch line.
So Midland Valley, Chandler Law Firm, 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak. Heads it in and touchdown. The Mustangs score early and often here in the first quarter as their 2nd touchdowns on the board. 13-0, point after try coming up.
Touchdown Mustangs.
And one of the things I like to see, when they needed that short yardage, they came up under the center rather than setting themselves up 5 yards deep like a lot of teams do. Took it in with no problem at all.
Point after try is up and good. And our score on the Security Federal Bank scoreboard, Midland Valley 14, Gilbert nothing. We'll be right back.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
They're playing quickly tonight. There's the CMI kickoff. And this is fielded by Leopard. Leopard brings it up, gets outside, gets to the 35-yard line and spins out of bounds at the 37. Chandler Law Firm first down for the Indians.
37-yard line.
And very quickly, 7:01 left to go here in our first quarter. Midland Valley leads 14-0.
It could not start much better than this for the Mustangs. 2 nice drives on offense and a great pick on defense. Leads to 14 points. I'm sure that's just the way the coach drew it up.
Absolutely. That's how you drew them up, right?
Oh, yeah.
First drive was 57 yards. That one was 84 yards. Here comes a pass outside. Good defense by Midland Valley. Knocks his helmet off. He stopped and tackled at the 36-yard line. He's going to lose a yard. It's going to bring up second down and 11.
And Malik Bright, the receiver, and you notice he has to head to the sidelines for at least a play once that helmet comes off like that.
Hand off to Leopard. He's hit hard in the hole. Tried to find it, couldn't get it through. And I do believe that was X-Man. X-Man, finally we get Xavier Leopard making a tackle on Zacchaeus.
No gain on the play. That'll bring up
no gain, third down and 11. Rolling to his left. Hendricks looks downfield, hits his man. Nice catch that time by number 6. Malik Bright does hang on to this and make good yardage right to the midfield stripe. 50-yard line, Channel Law Firm, first down for Gilbert.
Nice throw by Hendricks again, rolling to his left that time, put the ball right on the money.
Mix up in the backfield as they run together.
Number 2, Nick Hendricks.
Hendricks and Leopard ran together. I think Hendricks decided better keep it and run and get what you can. He gets 2 yards, second down and 8.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move.
Bring up second and 8 from the Mustang 48-yard line.
We thought that Gilbert would run a power I or an I formation at the very least. Now there's some movement on the left side of the Midland Valley defensive line from the linebacker position. That was number 34, Javante Edmondson, coming up, and he stepped across the line. That's going to be 5 more yards for the Indians. That was close.
I'll tell you, that's another rule. If I were king, I'd change that when there was no contact made. With all the movement that we see with the offenses, setting up, checking the sidelines, the defense steps across the line and gets back, and they call for a penalty. I don't like it.
All right, here's Leopard trying to get outside. Steps inside, does a good job breaking tackles, and he's going to pick up enough yards, 4 yards for a first down for the Indians to the 39-yard line. Chandler Law Firm, first down. Gilbert on a drive into Mustang territory.
First and 10 for Gilbert from the Mustangs, 39-yard line.
Quick pass. This is caught. Spins out of it. Does Tristan Register. I think Register was the intended receiver and was open when Midland Valley made the nice tip drill interception.
Yeah, I think so. And they ran that little bubble screen out here and then hit the man on the quick slant. Well executed. Little play action. And the quarterback did a nice job looking it off, too. You could even see that on the replay here. He was looking at the other receiver, then came into the guy that was running the slant.
The specs.
It's pretty good.
Did you see that replay? Pickup was 9 yards and plus because they're going to measure for it. And they say he got it, so give him 10 yards on that pass reception. So the ball's at the 29. Chandler Law Firm, first down for the Indians. Indians find themselves trailing Midland Valley 14-0, but have their first substantial drive of the game. That one's knocked down. Pass was intended for number 88, Trey Johnson. Didn't get there, though.
Nice job by the defensive line. Get those hands up.
There's a handoff. Leopard in the middle of the field. Can't break away. Good gang tackling by Midland Valley. 26-yard line, pick up 3 yards. Brings up 3rd and 7.
And on the bottom of that pile was Michael Bayan, a defensive end. The article that Noah wrote this morning mentioned Michael. He does a nice job up front.
Drops back, looks over the middle, has a man, touchdown, Indians. That goes 26 yards for the touchdown to Bright. Nice catch.
Yeah, Malik Bright, we saw him on 3 things. He's the one that had his helmet knocked off early, but then made 2 nice receptions in this drive. And you got to like the way that Gilbert came back. Things went Midland Valley's way for the first few minutes. 2 touchdowns, interception, but Gilbert looks like they came ready to play. Nice drive.
Number 30, Zach Kilgore.
Coming in with the rain forecast, we thought we might not see that much scoring, but we're underway, and it might be a shootout tonight. The kick is good. 26-yard pass play results in a touchdown. Extra point is good, and our score 14-7. Midland Valley leads. We'll be right back.
From our Looney Tunes Savings Club that teaches young people their first lessons about managing money to free financial counseling services for adults, Security Federal Bank grows with our customers and has a service to meet every need. Established right here in Aiken County in 1922, we continue to be your hometown bank. We always work to meet the changing needs of our customers. That's why we've become a company that can meet every need for financial services. From online banking, bill pay, mortgage products, trusts, and a full line of insurance products. If we were you, we'd bank with us.
We have 11 left. So
Welcome back. Gold's Gym Game of the Week. 14-7, Midland Valley leads. 4:18 left to go here in the first quarter. And once again, a squib kick down the field, fielded at the 30-yard line. Now turned up at the 40. Going to be out of bounds short of midfield. Mealing picked that one up, one of the wide receivers, and returns it to the 49-yard line. Chandler Law Firm, first down.
And the squib kicks have not exactly been good for Gilbert so far in this ball game. 2 of them in great field position both times.
Midland Valley, 2 drives, one of 57 yards, one of 84 yards. That drive by the Indians was 63 yards.
Daniel Carr's pass complete.
Carr's pass was complete. This is the first time that we've seen number 5, Javon McCorkle, make a catch. Another Chandler Law Firm, first down to the 36, 15 yards.
Nice play action, takes his time, very comfortable. Nice play. Now, you know these teams ended up 35-28, I think, last year. We might see something similar to that tonight, the way they're going.
Certainly looks like that here in the early parts of this game. 2 left, wide, 1, 2 right. I'm going to go to the right. Has a man. Believe that's Cameron Brown. Cameron Brown makes the catch. It's going to be good for another first down.
Number 11, Cameron Brown. That's good for another Mustang.
23-yard line. That was good for another 13 yards.
And he is a nice target. What's he go, 6'3" out there, Ed?
6'3".
6'4". Catches the football well.
We talked about Leopard for the other side standing out. He stands out too. Looking left this time, got a man out in the flat. And again, this is McCorkle. McCorkle makes a man miss, turns inside, touchdown! What a nice move out here around the 10-yard line to take it the distance. And McCorkle, who we just saw catch a pass, takes that one in for the touchdown, 20-7 Midland Valley.
Excellent move, nice catch, good move, takes it into the zone. Gotta love it.
23 yards on the pass play and catch and run. And the kick is good. And your score. 3:16 left to go in the first quarter. Midland Valley 21, Gilbert 7. We'll take a break and be right back.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a pre-consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
you can count on Chandler.
Gold's Gym Game of the Week. And these officials apparently have somewhere to go because they're playing this one fast after last week's drag-along game that took forever. Tonight they're getting it going. Leopard hits the pile. Now gets out to the 35-yard line where it'll bring up 1st and 10. Chandler Law Firm first down for the Indians as they'll try to answer.
And so far they've done a nice job on Leapart. Yeah, nice run here by McCord after the catch. Makes a couple guys miss, gets to the sideline, takes it in the end zone. Happy young man.
1st and 10, Gilbert from their own 34-yard line.
21-7. Play has been fast and furious offensively. Here comes a pass. That was caught by Register. Register caught it, looked behind him. I wondered if he was going to look for a flea flicker or something. He had a receiver, but he was already past him on his left.
9 yards on the pass, 2nd and 1.
That would be something at this point in the first quarter. Yeah, a little option play here. Hendricks going to pick up the first down to the 45-yard line as he gets 2 yards. Chandler Law Firm first down for Gilbert.
45-yard line.
Good decision that time by the quarterback. I think if he had pitched that ball back, they would have lost a couple of yards. It was well defended by Midland Valley, but he had such a short amount to go. He was able to pick it up himself.
Hand off. Leopard comes charging up the middle. He's tripped up. He spins to the 49-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 yards. And again, you wouldn't think there'd be a whole lot of yards on that particular play, but he's long and picks up yards.
And it was Xavier Leapart who made the initial hit.
So a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Back to pass. Looks left. Throws in traffic, almost picked off. And now here comes a flag. And this may be interference on Midland Valley.
It looked like it to me. It looked like there was some contact on that play.
Pass was intended for Trey Johnson. And they're going to walk it off against Midland Valley. Pass interference. 15-yard walk-off into Mustang territory they go. 36-yard line, and here comes Gilbert back. Keeps on the option. This time it's a good keep by Hendricks, and Hendricks going to pass the 30 to the 27-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
Really nice job by Hendricks that time. Riding that running back into the line of scrimmage and then pulling that ball and picking up a nice gain.
Give him 9, 2nd and 1. Looking out for that option. Now he's going to keep and go up the middle. Got some yardage. And he's showing us some ability to run. He's at the 19 and another Chandler Law Firm first down.
And they are taking away the running back. Okay, there were 2 or 3 guys waiting for him to pitch that ball to the running back. All right, they're a big threat, and he is taking advantage of that. Made a nice read, picked up some good yardage.
Ball's at the 19. 1st and 10. Rides it off. Leopard gets outside, turns inside. He may strut into the end zone.
But there's a flag.
Touchdown for Gilbert. Let's see what the flag is.
I'm guessing holding from where it was thrown.
Holding is the call. Coach is always right. That'll be a 10-yard walk-off. It'll remain first down, but it'll bring up 1st and 20, I do believe.
And I was just about to say a couple minutes earlier that the referees are really letting them play. We have very few penalties, and then you get one that's a killer for the offense. Executed very well. Basically walk into the end zone, gets called back.
They're actually going to say the spot of the foul was downfield. So it's going to bring up 1st and 17. Well, you missed the fun last week when they called the pass interference on the defense and an illegal forward pass on the offense. And I don't think anybody was quite sure what was going on that. Now, here's a little screen knocked down. Good defense that time by Midland Valley's number 40, Kyle DeHaze. He knocked that down. Nice play.
Boy, they've had a couple of those already today. I mean, we've seen a lot of football here in the first quarter. Two nice defensive plays by the offensive front. That was almost a tip drill into a pick six.
If Hendricks gets it over his head, I think Leopard may have scored on that one. Now they roll to the right. Looking down, now he's going to run. Tucks gets to the 22-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 12.
Tank Williams.
Spot him at the 22. So 3rd and 13.
Pick up a 3 on the play.
So big 3rd down play coming here. Empty backfield as Leopard steps up into the slot to his right. Hendricks takes the snap. Looking to his left. Rolling, stops. Comes back across field. Gets some blocks. Knocks him down. Stops. Now looks. Now they're going to run and dragged it to the 15. Here comes a flag. I believe this is going to be a face mask, quite frankly. Got the crowd yelling holding, but not sure.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody out there to hold on this one. Let's see what happens. Face mask.
Talking it over.
You picked that one up right away. The official, I think, just motioned face mask, so that'll change things around.
Personal foul face mask. So he looked to me like he grabbed him and dragged him down that way.
Yeah, you saw it.
So that'll be a half the distance walk-off inside the 10. Chandler Law Firm 1st and goal from the 9.5-yard line.
I think all of us mentioned it pregame, but both these teams can play some offense, can't they?
Yeah, yeah, they got it going.
They've got a lot of sharp stuff going on out there.
Now they've walked this off half the distance, and they may not have a first down. I believe that they'll keep the down, and the officials are saying it's short of a first down, so it's 3rd down. The chain gang walked off for a second. Now they've come back. So the referee has said that it's about a half a yard short of a first down. They need to make the 9-yard line. And the first quarter comes to an end. And what a first quarter we've had. 28 points put on the board. 21 by Midland Valley, 7 by Gilbert. And Gilbert threatening to put another touchdown on the board when we return for the start of the second quarter on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
What a crowd we have on hand tonight. And last, before kickoff, here comes the game ball. Set to be brought in from the sky by parachute. The crowd has spotted him as he comes in for a landing. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
From orthopedics to neurology, imaging to pain management, or even if a good idea just turns into an accident, CMI can help you play again. Learn more at cmi.md.
Back here at Midland Valley High School, where Midland Valley has a great first quarter, scores 21 points. However, Gilbert puts a touchdown on the board themselves and threatens here in the early going of the second quarter as we get ready to start. Coach, that was fast and furious.
It was fast and furious. It was, I believe, the best quarter of offensive football we've seen to start a football game all season. All right, both teams executing their offenses very, very well.
I think
fun to watch.
By far it's the best
Yeah.
this season, maybe the best we've had in quite some time. Here's the situation. After a half the distance goal walk-off of 9 yards, it's third down and a yard, and quarterback fell down. It was going to be a quarterback sneak, and I think he lost a half a yard on the play, so now it's going to bring up fourth and a whole yard as opposed to a half yard.
Yeah, they're marking it back, that's for sure, and his knee did come down. There was no doubt about that.
Hendricks took the snap and fell down.
And that was kind of a neat try. I mean, he just walked to the line.
And now that's going to be Midland Valley jumping off sides as they came up and tried to anticipate the snap. Flag comes flying, and that might give Gilbert the first down the easy way. It does. And that'll be a 5-yard walk-off. So now a Chandler Law Firm first and goal at the 5.
And that was a pretty neat play by Hendricks. The first time he goes up there and he didn't hesitate at all, just on a walking snap. Second time he took his time and drew him off sides.
Here comes Leopard, gets outside. He's going to score. Touchdown, Gilbert. 14-21 now is our score. 13. Extra point coming up.
And they did miss an extra point last week that cost them the ball game. Although I'm impressed by their kicker. It looks like he does a nice job. But it's not automatic.
Kicker is Zach Kilgore. 21-13 the score as he tries to add on the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. In your score with just a few seconds gone here in the second quarter. Midland Valley 21, Gilbert 14. We'll be back on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week.
Holly Tractor has been Aiken's place for farm equipment, implements, accessories, and supplies.
But did you know that Holly is your place for home yard equipment too? Riding and push mowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, and brands including Kubota, Husqvarna, and Stihl, equipment you can depend on. Come inside and see our expanded showroom. Holly is the exclusive dealer for Yeti coolers and now carry Generac generators. Holly Tractor, 1721 Richland Avenue East.
So the second quarter starts out a lot like the first quarter with a touchdown. 21-14. Midland Valley leads. CMI kickoff coming. And they kick away. Fielded. And this is Xavier Leapard, I believe, coming back across the field looking for a hole. He's going to be wrestled down at the 29-yard line where Midland Valley will have a Chandler Law Firm first and 10.
The Mustangs ball near their own 30-yard line.
And that was the X-Man. Does a little of everything here, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Can anybody stop the other team?
Not much defense here in the early going on either side.
And the one turnover on a tip drill.
So Midland Valley has the edge on the defense because they came up with the interception and the lead, 21-7. Quick pass out is Cameron Brown with the catch. Runs hard. And that's a good look here from this near side, how much bigger he is than most of these kids out on the field. Pickup of 7.
And that play looks so easy, but believe me, it's not. That you've got to get the blocking from those other wide receivers or that play goes nowhere. Both teams doing a nice job with their passing attack.
Now Cameron Brown will be the lone wide receiver to the right with 3 split wide to the left. Dre Carr next to Daniel Carr. Dre Carr takes the handoff. He's going to pick up the first down and more. Goes across the 50. He's got room at 40. He's at the 30 to 20. Going to be run down from behind before he gets in the end zone, but inside the 10 down to the 4-yard line. Defense not at a premium tonight.
No, it's not. Okay. And
this is coming back. There is a flag down at the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that's a shame. Let's see if we can see anything on the replay, if we can get one.
Take a look. Holding against Midland Valley is the call as we take a look at the specs. Did you see that replay?
And just as I was about to say, you know, both teams are really lighting it up through the air. Here comes Carr on a nice run around.
Couldn't see it in that.
I didn't say anything. My eyes are getting old, though.
All right, the holding was down the field. So they'll redo the down. I think on the whole thing they lost, Midland Valley lost 3 yards. 2nd down and 6. And off, here comes Carr to the right. Carr crosses the 40, 45, picks up the first down.
Drake Carr on the run, forced out of bounds on number 21, Thomas Miller.
So, not all the way down inside the 10, but at any rate, it is another Chandler Law Firm first down at the 45-yard line.
They still have the football. They haven't been stopped all night. That's good news.
Pick up of 11 yards for Drake Carr.
That run was 11 yards. And both teams offensively gashing the defense.
1st and 10 Mustangs are on 45-yard line.
3 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Quick back to Brown. This is that same play. Gang tackle. He's got 4 men there on the tackle. It brings him down, but not before he picks up 7 yards to the 48-yard line and into Indian territory.
2nd and 3 from the Gilbert 48-yard line.
Once again, number 5, Jaquan McCorkle, and number 7, Stefan Morency, did a terrific job blocking on the corner there, making that easy pitch and catch go for 7 yards.
Now Brown stays split wide to the right, 3 to the left. Looks to his left, goes for a man tip, and picked off by Gilbert. Another pick tip drill. This time Gilbert able to pick it off number 21, Thomas Miller, at the 39-yard line. So Gilbert returns the favor.
Yes, they do. Sets up nicely, delivers the ball well. It did get tipped just a little high.
First and 10, Gilbert.
Intended for number 15, A.J. Mealing. Couldn't quite bring it down. Defender picked it right off.
If you're joining us late, we started the game early tonight. It's an hour early kickoff. Thus, in anticipation of the rain, there's a fumble. And they're going to say the Register did fumble it, and the Midland Valley has recovered it. So turnover, tit for tat, and Midland Valley has the ball back.
And to nobody's surprise, the X-Man got that fumble. And Register tries that same move that we've seen a few times tonight. Makes a nice catch. All right, then turns to his back, and the ball just gets stripped. Leapart comes up with it.
Ball at the 40-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first down, Mustangs. So turnovers back-to-back here. Now pressured. Carr runs away from it. Going to make positive yardage. And that's what Daniel Carr brings to the table in his ability to run out of trouble.
There is no doubt about it.
Caught by number 15, Matt Harris.
He was going to be sacked for at least a 5-yard loss. He turned it into a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8. He felt the pressure coming from his backside. Didn't hesitate.
2nd and 8.
There's Dre Carr. Avoids some traffic, now makes big plays and is up to the 30-yard line. And that will be a first down, but there is another flag. And just as soon as you say that not a lot of flags thrown, it's about every other play.
They were letting him play.
Holding against Midland Valley. Apparently the coaches on both sides complained that the other team was holding, and they said, okay, we'll start calling holding.
We'll start calling it. Now, Midland Valley has had Cameron Brown on our near sideline here, one-on-one for a number of plays, and I've got to believe that they're going to try to throw it deep to him coming up here. He's got one-on-one coverage. Got a quarterback that can throw it.
Walk-off is 10 yards. Remains second down, 2nd and 15 now. As penalties have slowed our progress here in the second quarter.
Gilbert, 46-yard line.
Looking middle, skip that one out there. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 15. Again, if you're joining us late, game started approximately 1 hour early due to the fact that they thought the rain would be bad. The rain actually got here about an hour before that, poured down rain, and now we're hoping that it's all past us now and that we're going to be able to get this game in, and Coach and I'll get home early.
It looks like it's going to stay clear, but there are some clouds off to the left there.
I'd say that's to the right.
To the right?
You got the left and right thing that I've got going on. Oh, now Carr is caught by a shirt. Comes around, throws it complete to Cameron Brown. Cameron Brown's got one man to beat. Spins away into the touchdown. Tyler Tire end zone for Cameron Brown. It looked like Carr was going to be down for sure. He was spun around 360 degrees, and I think he came back another 180 and threw it.
And the same thing with Cameron Brown. There was a defender right there who went for the interception, then had a hold of Brown. He breaks away from him, and all that shows you is players make plays. I mean, and we're going to see two right here.
45-yard touchdown.
By his shirt, he does a 360. You're right.
Point after try is good. So our score, Midland Valley 28, Gilbert 14. And you're right, Coach. All right, well, let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
2.5 years ago, we had our first child at Aiken Regional. When our second child was on the way, we knew we wanted to go back to women's life care. But this time it got complicated. At 25 weeks pregnant, I had to have my gallbladder removed. I would have been terrified, but Dr. Minto and the staff were so caring. When you trust your hospital this much, there's really no reason to go anywhere else. I should know. I was born there too.
Let's go to the specs. Did you see that replay? This put Midland Valley up in front 28-14, 360 degrees. Spin around. And you get the ball to Cameron Brown in open field. He's going to score.
Excellent job by both of them.
CMI kickoff to the 10. Bobbled, picked up. Coming up quickly now with some room to run to the 40. Breaks away and tackled at the 44-yard line. And that's one of those plays where the defense may have relaxed a little bit running down the field on the bobble kick.
Yeah, you see that all the time. Okay, Jalen Jennings picked it up, made a nice return. Good field position for Gilbert once again. But they're back to being 2 scores down.
8:05 left to go in the second quarter. And again, play's been fast and furious. 28-14 our score. Midland Valley. Gilbert actually intercepted a pass on a tip drill pass on the very next play, fumbled it back to Midland Valley. Midland Valley made them pay. Here's a quick pass, right? Almost picked off there on a tip drill.
We're seeing a lot of tip drills tonight. That one would have been a pick 6 for sure if you'd held on to that.
Xavier Leopard in on that side. Bright couldn't hang on for Gilbert. Second and 10. Hand off Leopard. Leopard across the 50, across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Good enough for a Chandler Law Firm first down. They'll give him the 42-yard line. And Gilbert is back in business. Rolls to his left, looks, throws, hits his man. First time tonight we've seen number 85 make a catch for Gilbert. 85 is Willie Warren.
Pass complete to number 85.
Another good job by a quarterback here. Starting to feel just a little pressure. Just drilled it. Beautiful throw.
Gilbert, the Mustang, 29-yard line.
29-yard line, another Chandler Law Firm first down.
Nice catch by Willie Warren.
There's a handoff, Leopard to his right, looks upfield, breaks inside to the 25. I think that's where they'll put him down. 4-yard gain.
4 yards.
Looked like they had him hemmed in, but he still gets 4.
He made a nice cut on that play. They did box him in at the corner, but he's able to pick up 4.
Second and 4. Keeps. Midland Valley didn't go for the fake.
Hendricks keeping.
Took Hendricks.
Chad Morris and number 40.
Hendricks going to lose a couple of yards.
Kyle DeHaze.
Kyle DeHaze on that tackle, and there was nothing there. There were 3 people on the quarterback.
Loss of 3 on the play. That'll bring up third down.
3-yard loss. Third down and 9. Third downs have not bothered either one of these teams. And there's a pass that's going to be good for another first down. It's inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. And that's number 8.
Complete to number 8, Garnet Kaysen.
Garnet Kaysen.
Kaysen stopped by number 23, Aiden Bembry. First and 10, Gilbert at the Mustang 13-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first down.
Both teams spreading the ball around pretty well. Now, Kaysen was listed as their fullback, but he's not playing fullback.
Yeah, they're not running the I formation. Here's Leopard, and he takes it in easy for the touchdown, going the final 14 yards. And our score, 28-20, as Gilbert continues to match Midland Valley.
And the final tackle that Leopard broke was against a sophomore defensive back. That's a mismatch, okay? Much more physical running back than they had back there in the defensive backfield.
A lot of extra points. Here's another one. Kick is up. Good. So our score, 28-21. 5:58 left to go. That ought to be good for at least another 3 or 4 touchdowns. We'll take a break, come back, and see how many more they can score here on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest in contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you're looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902.
Welcome back. Gold's Gym Game of the Week. And we've picked out a game that's a shootout. 28-21, Midland Valley leads Gilbert here in the second quarter. And that's going to be offsides against Gilbert. They'll bring them back and do the CMI kickoff. That'll give us a chance to add the Specs. Did you see that replay of the touchdown?
What can you say? Simple run there.
Leopard. I believe that's his 3rd touchdown. That's his 2nd touchdown.
Let's see if they can stay on sides this time. A little anxious. They got a little momentum, though. They got a little adrenaline going out there.
We actually
feeling good about things.
We're actually 5 minutes away from the normal kickoff time. We haven't had any Holly Tractor sideline reports because none of the other games have started yet, and we are already 28-21 here. Here's a shot down the field, fielded at the 15. And this is Leopard looking for room. Stiff arms and gets out to the 39-yard line.
On the return from the 16, brought down by number 4, Dylan McNabb.
Xavier Leopard, outstanding on defense, and also does the returns for Midland Valley.
Good field position again, and it was close to being a real good return. Gilbert lost their contain man out here. The pursuit was able to pull him up.
40-yard line, Chandler Law Firm first down. Looking, skips that one, does Daniel.
Cross passing complete, for number 7, Stephon
Morency was the intended receiver.
Ed, this is one of those games where, we went to a track meet and the football game broke out. Here, up and down the field.
And we've seen some really defensive struggles here the last couple of weeks. Last week, North Augusta got a few late scores, but whew. And there's Cameron Brown. And he looks like a college player. You got two players playing tonight. Leopard on the other side and Brown on the Midland Valley side. They just imposing looking figures. Look like college players out there playing with high school kids.
I went to a college game this past weekend and saw some of our former Aiken County players. Vinnie Miller had a nice job for the Citadel. So did DeAndre Schultz. Kenyatta Dunbar played well for Gardner Webb. It was fun to watch some of those kids that we saw develop in high school, and now they're at the college level and doing a really nice job.
Yeah, there's been some South Aiken games that I thought, man, if they just had DeAndre Schultz out here, we'd be all right. Not a nicer kid in the world. I actually was fortunate enough to coach him in a little church league basketball. But Vinnie Miller was another one who was just an outstanding kid who, if you remember, he was the punter. And you never knew when the punt would get back there where he'd drop the ball, pick it up, and take off running. He was an exciting football player at North Augusta.
Yeah, well, they both played very well this past weekend, and they're just the same, very exciting. Unfortunately, Vinny had one of his touchdown runs called back, so he didn't get credit for that one. But he was really an important player for the Citadel, as was DeAndre Schultz.
You said Schultz was returning punts, right?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Good for them. And Dunbar was an outstanding football player, too. So.
Javier Hammond is also on the Citadel team.
Well, we're glad that your assignment went well and that you did what we told you to do.
yes, indeed.
Next, he'll give us a rundown of how his grandson did on Friday night. 3rd down and 1. Quick pass. Brown makes the catch. Drags him into Indian territory at the 42-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first down for the Mustangs.
Making it look pretty simple, aren't they?
1st and 10 Mustangs on the Indians' 42-yard line.
Cameron Brown is quite a weapon. He seemed a little slow getting going early in the season, but he's got it going tonight. Now here comes a flag. That's going to be a procedure penalty against Midland Valley. 5-yard walk-off. Remain first down, 1st and 15.
Illegal procedure against the Mustangs. Loss of 5. Repeat first down.
I think Gilbert saw something. They made an adjustment here. They're double teaming Cameron Brown now. They've got somebody to hit him at the line.
There's a little short pass. There's Morency. No, that's McCorkle.
That's McCorkle. That's a smart move. They went to the other side.
Picked up 6. 2nd down and 9.
Pick up of 6 yards on the play.
Good decision by Dan Carr.
Three split wide to the left. He's got Brown over to the right. They've got two covering him, as Coach pointed out. Now Dracar makes a man miss. Gets up to the down to the 35-yard line.
That's a nice run. Once again, the wide receivers doing a nice job out there blocking. And you're right, they doubled over here on Cameron Brown that time. They put a man up in a press position to knock him at the line of scrimmage, and they had somebody behind him disrupting what he wanted to do. So I believe they attacked the right side, I believe, the correct side.
Pickup was 6 to the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 3. It's a long 3. They have to cross the 32 to get the first down. Fast over the middle, got his man, one man to beat inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Midland Valley is in business.
Number 7, Stephon Morency.
So Morency this time making the catch.
They're splitting it out, and they are spreading it out, throwing to different people. McCorkle, Morency, Cameron Brown, Carr. And there were defenders in the area. That was just a good throw.
Straight drop back. Now going to roll to his right. He's got some green grass in front of him. Going to throw hard. Almost picked off. Number 35 for Gilbert. Had an opportunity there. That's Catrez Cook.
That play was well defended by Gilbert. When he took off, I expected Carr to be able to gain some yardage on the run, and they just pulled him right up.
2nd down in goal. Going to throw quick. Hit right at the 5-yard line. They're probably going to mark him at the 6. That's McCorkle.
McCorkle stopped by number 35, Cook.
3rd and goal, now from the 6-yard line.
McCorkle was hit immediately, did a nice job holding on to that football.
Pick up a 3 yards on the play, bring up 3rd and goal from the Indians' 6-yard line.
In a shootout like this, you got to wonder, do you go for it on 4th down? Certainly have been successful getting it in the end zone. Looking again, quick in the middle, Tyler Tire end zone from Midland Valley.
And McCorkle deserved that one. Like I say, he took a shot on the last pass reception, so they reward him by hitting him for the touchdown.
Record on for the point after.
They are sharp tonight on offense.
34-21, extra point coming up. Kicks up. It's good, and our score, Midland Valley 35, Gilbert 21. If you wanted offense, you came to the right place. And if you're getting here late, don't worry about it. It's still a lot left to go. We'll be right back.
Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Daikin, Mitsubishi Ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Here we go.
I guess when you're in a game like this, you're always in a hurry to get back out there and play football. 35-21, Midland Valley over Gilbert here in the second quarter. Kick is away. Fumbled again, picked up at the 20, and not going to get away this time. Tackled right at the 20-yard line. Do believe that was Jalen Jennings.
Yeah. He had a little trouble handling the last kickoff, but he made a real fine run out of that one. This time, not so much.
So the CMI kickoff muffed a little bit. Let's go back and look at the score by Midland Valley and the Specs. Did you see that replay?
Good pass protection and right in the seam of that zone. Beautiful play.
Midland Valley got it going on, clicking on all cylinders tonight. But here comes Gilbert. They're not far behind. That was thrown behind everybody.
Hendricks pass incomplete. Intended for number 8, Garnet Kaysen.
And, you know, that's tough. Rolling to his right and then throwing back, and he threw it behind the receiver. A lot of coaches don't like you to do that.
Don't forget to stay tuned. At the end of tonight's game, the Center for Dentistry MVP. We're going to make one of the football players smile with the Center for Dentistry MVP. You'll see that as soon as the game completes. Here comes Leopard. Ooh, he slips down.
Leopard on the carry.
Might have been another huge run, but as it is, it's going to be good for 7 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Pretty well executed sprint draw, and he just couldn't keep his footing. A couple times we've seen people go down out there. There was some rain. It's a little slick probably, but under most conditions, pretty good shape.
And here comes Leopard. He's got a hole. He's going to get the 1st down and more as he crosses the 35 up to the 37-yard line. Chandler Law Firm, 1st down.
And Williams, 1st and 10, Gilbert, they're on 32-yard line.
I am really impressed by the blocking that the wide receivers are doing for both these teams.
Looks to his right, throws high. Another tip.
Hendricks pass incomplete, intended for number 6.
Midland Valley not in position to pick that one off. They've gotten 2. Well, they got 1 interception. They got a fumble. And there was an interception by Gilbert on a tip drill.
And you're right, though. We have had a couple others that were tipped and didn't get received.
2nd down and 10. This might be one of those games where the offense that gets tired the quickest. That's it. Gets rid of it.
Wow.
And nice catch and pickup yardage. Thought he was throwing it just to get away.
And that's Garnet Kaysen. We've seen him a couple times, and he's lining up very close to the line of scrimmage behind the offensive line. And he is listed as a fullback, and then he's the check down guy when they're in trouble, and he's made a couple of nice catches.
There's a pass that's high. It's going to bring up a 4th down. This is our first 4th down of the game. I guess we should have sold this sponsorship to somebody. It's going to bring up 4th and 5. And I don't know, but Gilbert may go for it here. They don't seem to be sending punters out. I'll tell you what was open on that last play was a screen pass coming back to Leopard.
They had a couple things open on that last play. He was chased out of the pocket, but there were a couple receivers that were open.
Actually, the play before that was the screen pass was wide open, and they got Leopard out there as a blocker. Now Hendricks going to try to run and pick it up. He's going to be close. He's going to pick it up. He's across the 50 to the 49-yard line. He picked up 4 yards where it looked like he might get tackled right at the sticks, and he got it by a lot.
And that's a nice job by Nick Hendricks, junior quarterback. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time last year because they had a very fine quarterback who was a senior. But
he's pitching at Winthrop now, I do believe. All right, here's a pass. And it's Kaysen at the 45-yard line as they move into Mustang territory. Picks up 4 yards, and now timeout. And I believe Gilbert is going to stop the clock with 1:05 left to go. That's their 2nd timeout of the first half, and they'll go to the sidelines and think about it. And in this game, 1:05 would seem like an eternity.
They got plenty of time, don't they? Yes, indeed.
Let's hear it for your Midland Valley varsity cheerleaders.
So both teams will talk this over in a game where I'm sure you coach games that got a little bit like this in shootouts.
Yep.
And it's got to wear the offense a little bit in terms of keeping their mind in the game.
Well, it gets everybody tired. There's no question about it. I mean, they're up and down the field. But it's fun. I'm sure the kids are enjoying it out there. Unless they're on the defense.
And I see some umbrellas popping up, so let's hope Ed's AccuWeather forecast is not coming back to haunt us. The bona fide weather forecast, that's right. As it is, it's a light sprinkle at this point. Second down, 6. Looking downfield, goes down, and incomplete.
And almost tipped again to a defender.
Third down and 6. And this is about the most defense we've seen all night. We had our first fourth down on this drive. Gilbert Hendricks able to pick it up on the scramble. I'll tell you what was impressive on that scramble, too. Leopard came out and blocked. He's a good runner. He actually was helping his quarterback now. Now he was shadowed on the screen there. He didn't need it. Now here comes the pass. Catching the ball is number 6. I believe that's Bright. Making the catch, Malik Bright.
And both of these quarterbacks have made clutch throws. That man was covered, he was defended, and that quarterback put it the only place that it could have been complete.
Chandler Law Firm, first down at the 22. Clock runs. Drops back, throws a hit at the line of scrimmage. He had Bright again open in the flat.
Number 6, Malik Bright.
Bright was going to be open and probably able to gain some yardage. But as it is, it stops the clock with 46.6 seconds.
Oh, that's enough for them to run about 8 plays the way they're running their offense.
Yeah, it's been really quick up and down the field here in the first half. And again, if you're joining us late, this game started an hour early, started at 6:30 due to the inclement weather that they forecast. As it turned out, it poured down rain about 5:30 here at the field. The rain passed, and so far here in the first half, we've had no rain whatsoever, and we're well into the point totals, 35-21. And if you're tuning in late, you missed it.
They'll have to watch the replay.
And the replays will be shown on Atlantic Broadband Cable. And I'm not sure what nights and days and all that type of thing. Our director, James Grigsby, may know that, and he'll let me know. But 7 o'clock on Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays on Channel 12 on the Aiken Channel and Atlantic Broadband as a replay. All right. There's a sprint draw, and it had him hemmed in, and he gets away. He's still fighting. He's going to be short of a first down, and they'll have to stop the clock and use their last timeout. And they'll bring up third down. He was stopped about 4 yards short of the first down. So he's about the 16, so Gilbert will go to the sidelines and talk about it.
And, you know, that's kind of your classic chess match between the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator. Midland Valley blitzed everybody on their defensive left side, and they had a good play called against it to draw, and he was able to break the initial hit and come very close to picking up the first.
That was quite a run by Leopard. Had people all around him. Somehow found a little seam, got through it, and gained positive yardage. So no more timeouts left for Gilbert. They have 37.7 seconds until halftime in which to work with. They need 4 yards. We'll call that a short 4 yards. They're just past the 22. They need to get to the 18. They get the play from the sidelines. Pistol comes out on the option now. A bad snap. Leopard falls down trying to come back to catch it, and that's going to bring up another fourth down. And the field goal unit team comes out on the field. They lost yardage back to the 21. So that's going to make this field goal roughly from the 28, 38-yard field goal attempt. Very quick out there. The kick is up. Kick is good. Just over the crossbars for 3 points. 35-24, 38-yard field goal.
Not bad at all. We're seeing a little bit of everything here tonight.
35, Gilbert, 24.
And I'm sure we'll just see a squib kick to kill the last remaining 8.3 seconds. And I believe when we come back for the second half, Gilbert's going to get the football, so they'll have a chance to close this or bring this a little bit closer.
Again, if you joined us late, our score at the end of the first quarter is 21-7. Midland Valley was in the lead. Within seconds, Gilbert had a touchdown in the second quarter, made it 21-14. Basically, Midland Valley came out, scored a touchdown, then on a tip drill, intercepted a Gilbert pass. Midland Valley came down the field on an 84-yard drive, scored, made it 14-0. Ever since then, back and forth.
Back and forth.
Each one answering the other until that field goal. So it's 35-24. There's a little squib kick. Picked up and tackled. Clock stops, 3.9 seconds left to go till halftime.
Number 15, A.J. Million on the return.
It is homecoming here at Midland Valley High School, and because of the weather, they had homecoming ceremonies indoors, I think, before the game and the pregame. Don't know whether they're going to recreate all of that for us or not. We'll have to wait and see.
Just had an announcement. They are going to recognize the homecoming princesses and queen and king, perhaps.
And Dre Carr takes us to halftime, gets about 25 yards on that run to finish off what was a wild offensive first half by both teams. Our score at the break, Midland Valley 35, Gilbert 24, and that plays out to be a final score of something like 70-48.
Yeah, 70-48. We might see that. Both these teams show no signs of stopping, and it doesn't look like the defenses can stop them either. So we could have a lot of score. It's good news. The lights all work in the scoreboard.
My thought, the lights all work on the scoreboard. My thought on it is that whoever can make some adjustments on defense and slow down the other guys just a little bit, perhaps they'll have a little bit of advantage in the second half. And we'll see how that goes. We'll take a break, and we'll be back for the halftime festivities here at Midland Valley High School. The score, Midland Valley 35, Gilbert 24. You're watching the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
Today we had Maddie Anderson, who sponsored.
One evening we were sitting around the table. My 4-year-old stood up in his chair and he said, "Dad, I want to be just like you." And I thought, that's great. Until he said, "I want to be nice and big and fat." It was at that moment I realized I need to make a change.
I took the scales at over 208 pounds, and that was the point that I realized I really needed to make a change. In fact, we both really needed to make a change.
Together, we have lost 150 pounds, and our family has a healthy new future.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family-owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this office, this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
From our Looney Tunes Savings Club that teaches young people their first lessons about managing money to free financial counseling services for adults, Security Federal Bank grows with our customers and has a service to meet every need. Established right here in Aiken County in 1922, we continue to be your hometown bank. We always work to meet the changing needs of our customers. That's why we've become a company that can meet every need for financial services. From online banking, bill pay, mortgage products, trusts, and a full line of insurance products. If we were you, we'd bank with us.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335. or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
One evening we were sitting around the table, and my 4-year-old stood up in his chair, and he said, "Dad, I want to be just like you." And I thought, that's great, until he said, "I want to be nice and big and fat." It was at that moment I realized I need to make a change.
I took the scales at over 208 pounds, and that was the point that I realized I really needed to make a change. In fact, we both really needed to make a change.
Together, we have lost 150 pounds, and our family has a healthy new future.
Caleb Kane and Zach Proctor, and your 2014 Midland Valley Homecoming Queen, Alexis
They are
Flores.
recognizing our homecoming court here at Midland Valley High School, and I do believe our homecoming queen is being escorted across the field. And I did not catch the name. Did you, Ken?
I did not either. Okay.
So at least you do get a chance to see her. All of the homecoming court came across the field and made an appearance, and they have left. It's a little bit different than most homecomings, but again, we had the threat of rain, and they're doing things a little bit differently here at Midland Valley tonight.
And while we're inside, the scouting report is that it's sprinkling just a little. There's a little mist out there right now, but it's certainly not stopping anything from taking place here.
Well, the umbrellas have been brought back in, and it's actually turned out to be a pretty nice night, and the forecast of terrible weather has not come to pass as we take a halftime timeout, the Bragg Heating Company timeout. Bragg Heating Company keeping you comfortable since 1970. And I believe the marching band now is going to play us a little tune here at halftime. They're not going to march, but they have gathered over in the south end zone. Or perhaps they are going to come out. Well, if they come out, then we'll put them on TV and we'll be entertained by them. We were entertained in the first half. It was an up-and-down affair by the offenses. Not a whole lot of defense, though.
It was very entertaining. It was fun. It was the kind of game that I know the kids love playing in. And those guys that we're going to catch some of it here now. Just a look at the blocking out there. Just a simple little quick screen for the touchdown. Both quarterbacks have shown a lot of poise. They've been throwing the ball very accurately and made some really fine throws where it was tight to get it in there. They are using the pass, obviously, to set up the run. They are pass-oriented, but they've certainly had some good running plays also. And there's Hedricks. Beautiful catch. All right. And Malik Bright has done a nice job for Gilbert. We don't get to see him, but one game probably, unless the playoffs. McCorkle, nice run. Makes two guys miss. Just, we used to say that, they lost their shoes or something else, and he's in the end zone.
This is Leopard, who's pretty much proved to be what we expected.
Zacchaeus Leopard, he's had a nice ball game. He's done some good things. And here we go. This is the one. They spin him around, gets it out, and Brown's jersey was being tugged on also. Number 81 provides just enough of a block to get him into the end zone again.
All right, let's go down to the field and be entertained by the Midland Valley High School Marching Band. dancing with baseball uniforms on in celebration of the Major League playoffs. And Ken, do you have a score for us on the Nationals?
I have a score, but it's not a final score. But the Giants are up 3-2. Harper did hit a home run into the upper deck, all right, to close it up a little bit. But they're in the bottom of the ninth and haven't gotten the final yet.
All right, let's go down to the field. We'll leave the national update there for us Braves fans who really are trying hard to be nice about it.
And the Orioles won, by the way, too. Came back and beat the Tigers 7-6.
They're in the American League. We don't care.
Okay.
Anyway, let's go down to Noah for a Holly Tractor sideline report, or even a Holly Tractor sideline conversation. Noah.
Hey, Ed.
How you doing?
I'm good. Glad. I got a couple of scores here from around the area that we can give aside from what's going on with the baseball playoffs. That is, if you are interested.
We are interested.
All right. Well, it looks like Williston Elko is taking an early 8-0 lead on Hunter Kennard Tyler. Ridge Spring and Fox Creek, not surprisingly, are tied 7-all. Richland Hardyville has a 6-2 lead, the unusual 6-2 lead on Silver Bluff. And it looks like Brooklyn Casey has a 7-0 lead on Aiken at the moment. So these ones are just getting started. We'll have more in the second half as we got a little bit of a head start on the rest of the field tonight.
So you want to give us some baseball scores? I think that Coach has given us the national score and the fact that the Orioles won.
I believe I saw on Twitter that it was a final with the Giants beating Coach's beloved Nationals.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, they'll cop a natitude tomorrow.
We'll get a better natitude tomorrow, and it's a new day.
That's right. And Braves fans will have something to root for with Tim Hudson pitching for San Francisco in that game.
Yes, they do.
No, he doesn't play for the Braves anymore. So too bad, Tim. Do whatever happens. Yeah. From a standpoint of the first half, what are your impressions?
Lots of offense, obviously. You know that it seems like Midland Valley's defense has been a little bit better as far as trying to slow down Gilbert, which is going with that fast-paced, no-huddle attack, but not much more successful. It's from down here, you know, the biggest thing is that, you know, both teams obviously are tremendously talented on offense and are executing at a high level, but they're both starting pretty much every drive at midfield. So it's making it that much easier for them to put points on the board. And as we've seen, there's a lot.
You know, not to put you on the spot, did you have a chance to do any ciphering as to first half stats?
I do, and there's some impressive ones.
I bet.
Daniel Carr is he's 14 of 20 for 197 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the 1 interception, which in no way was his fault. And yeah, I just think about that play where he the second touchdown to Cameron Brown, where he had a defender literally pulling his shirt out and whipping him around, and how he had the presence of mind to straighten himself out, set himself, and find his guy streaking across the middle of the field. That's such an impressive play.
Well, we're showing a replay of it, and they actually spin him around 360 degrees, and he throws it with the guy still hanging onto his shirt. It was a heck of a play.
Yeah, that's I mean, it's one that, you know, we've been fortunate enough to see Daniel earlier this season and for the past couple of years. But, you know, I won't take anything like that for granted. It's just how entirely special and really amazing a play like that is. And obviously he had big numbers. His top target, Cameron Brown, 7 receptions, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jaquan McCorkle, the punter, did see some action as a receiver. He had 4 receptions for 47 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Stefan Morency had 3 catches for 54 yards. Meanwhile, Daniel also had 4 carries for 51 yards and a touchdown. And his cousin Dracar had a ho-hum first half with 6 carries for 101 yards. And as I'm sure you guys pointed out, could have been significantly more if it weren't for a couple of holding calls on his offensive line, which I can say, being down here, Coach Knight has not been an enthusiastic fan of the officiating in the first half. He was really upset with some of what he felt were no calls on Gilbert had the ball early when he perceived them to be holding, and apparently he got the officials' attention because they started calling the holds just on his team. And quickly, I can give you a couple of stats for Gilbert.
Leopard, how many yards did he have?
He got 13 carries for 79 yards and the 2 touchdowns. Hendricks, 10 carries, 33 yards. And Hendricks also was 11 of 21 through the air for 126 yards, touchdown, and the interception.
Okay, well, Noah, thanks for the Holly Tractor Sideline Report. We'll check back with you in the third quarter. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back and get ready for the kickoff here in the second half with Midland Valley leading 35-24 over Gilbert when we return on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV and WRDW My 12.
What a crowd we have on hand tonight. And last before kickoff, here comes the game ball. Set to be brought in from the sky by parachute. The crowd has spotted him as he comes in for a landing. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
From orthopedics to neurology, imaging to pain management, or even if a good idea just turns into an accident, CMI can help you play again. Learn more at cmi.md.
1948, Holly Tractor has been Aiken's place for farm equipment, implements, accessories, and supplies.
But did you know that Holly is your place for home yard equipment too? Riding and push mowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, and brands including Kubota, Husqvarna, and Stihl, equipment you can depend on. Come inside and see our expanded showroom. Holly is the exclusive dealer for Yeti coolers and now carry Generac generators. Holly Tractor, 1721 Richland Avenue East.
Sarah found me on the bathroom floor unconscious. I had a total blockage heart attack and an anoxic brain injury. Aiken Regional treated me with love and compassion and treated my family the same way. Thanks to them, we're living an awfully good life.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest in contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you're looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902. Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Daikin, Mitsubishi ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Welcome back to Midland Valley High School. The teams are back out on the field getting ready to start the second half as our halftime timeout is almost over. Our timeout sponsor, Bragg Heating Company, keeping you comfortable since 1970. In the injury report from Aiken Regional Medical Center, the good news, we haven't had any injuries.
No, things have been very clean, very tough at some points. A couple of the receivers especially were taking some nice shots, but so far, good, clean football game, and I'm hoping that they're having as much fun as I am watching this thing, because I think the kids should be enjoying this one so far, both teams.
When you have as many touchdowns going back up and down the field as it is, you would think somebody would get hurt, but so far no injuries to report on the Aiken Regional Medical Report. Again, the game got started on a 57-yard drive by Midland Valley, making it 7-0 on a 5-yard pass to Cameron Brown. Cameron Brown having a big night, as Noah just pointed out. An interception on a tip drill pass resulted in an 84-yard drive with a 1-yard sneak from Daniel Carr, made it 14-0. And then Gilbert decided to get involved, and it went back and forth and back and forth. 14-7, 21-7, 21-14, 28-14, 28-21, 35-21, and finally 35-24 on the final field goal by Gilbert. Gilbert going to receive the opening kickoff here on the CMI kickoff. It's short, fielded and brought up the field past the 40 to the 43, make it the 44-yard line in great field position. And kickoffs have not been splendid for either team tonight.
Well, I think they're trying to keep it away from those deep receivers. If you notice there, Gilbert flip-flopped their receivers once they saw which hash mark the ball was going to be kicked from. They tried to get Leapart to be the receiver, but it was kicked short. Malik Bright picked it up, and they've got decent field position again.
As Noah pointed out, 13 rushes, 79 yards for Leapart, and here he comes. He's going to pick up about 6-7 more as he crosses the 50 to the 49, make it the 48, pickup of 8 yards. Second down, 2.
Leapart with a carry, pickup of 7 yards. Second down and 3 from the Mustangs.
Actually bringing back to the 49, so it's second down 3. And rides it off to Leapart. Leapart has the first down to the 44-yard line.
First down, Gilbert.
And now in Mustang territory, Gilbert looks to close the score and get to within a touchdown for the first time since that opening touchdown, and Midland Valley led 7-0.
And they had an opportunity when they were down 14 and intercepted that ball, but turned it right back over.
Gets it outside on a little bubble screen and works, trying to strip him right there at the 10-yard marker. I think he picked up 11, and that's another channel law firm first down as the ball gets down to the 32-yard line. Gilbert picking up the offense where they left off.
And that was a pretty nice effort by Malik Bright once again. And when you say strip him, they had his jersey half off.
Fakes the handoff, gets it outside to Bright. Bright makes a man miss, comes back around to only going to make the 30. Be a pickup of 2 yards. Second down and 8.
Pickup of 2 yards on the pass.
And I guess when Noah says Midland Valley's defense was a little better, the only way to measure that is there were 2 fourth downs in the first half, both of them on the last drive. Gilbert picked up a first down on one and kicked a field goal on the other. And now there's some movement. They didn't get across the line, did Midland Valley, so no harm, no foul. Makes the call at the line of scrimmage now on the option, going to throw a pass over the middle, tipped. And again, another tip drill couldn't have been picked off. It's a nice looking play, except for it's a little bit high, and Bright couldn't pull that thing in.
You know, a lot of teams are using that kind of a play. They ran the option, had the pitch back there, but instead of throwing it back to the pitch back, they had the nice little touch pass going up the side there. Incomplete this time, but that's a good design play. Well designed.
It reminds me of the plays back in the 70s when they used to run the veer exclusively, and the quarterback would run that play. Whistle goes off, and there he has a man in the end zone. Incomplete. Overshot him. Had a man open. Threw it too far, did Hendricks, and I believe they will go for it here on 4th and 8.
Now that was 5 passes in a row they've thrown to Malik Bright. They're wearing that kid out.
Bright going to take a break now.
Yes, he is.
All right, Mustang fans, they're going for it. 4th down.
4th down. Rolling to his right, looks back. It's a wheel play to Leapart. Leapart is by himself. He's knocked away. He had him open, but could not get it to him, could Hendricks. Nice design play. Had Leapart running down the left sideline by himself and just undershot him. And a nice defensive play by Midland Valley. Our first stop of the night on defense.
Let's see if we can pick up who made that play. The defensive back recovered and got his hand on the ball, I believe. Okay. looked like maybe number 23, okay, who would be Adrian Bembry. And he is a cornerback, so I'm going to think that that's who it was. Nice play.
So Midland Valley's defense comes up big, stops Gilbert, and continues to lead 35-24. So here comes Dre Carr right up the middle, 15 yards right out the chute.
Number 3,
Chandler Law Firm, first down.
Stopped by number 35, Catrez Cook.
Like Noah said, he had 6 rushes for 101 yards.
Yep.
And there's 15 more.
And he had a 50-yarder called back.
Mustangs, first down.
With that kind of average, they may just start riding that horse. Of course, with a player like Brown on their team, they intend that pass for Cameron Brown, but it's knocked down. We've seen a lot of those tonight.
We have, from both teams. And I still expect to see, when we get this coverage right here, one-on-one, I expect to see him throw it deep to Brown at some point.
And Lakeside Baptist Church, proud supporter of Mustang Athletics.
Brown comes wide to the right by himself, 3 split wide to the left. Hand off to Dre Carr. Carr hit right at the line of scrimmage. They wrap him up, knock him backwards. He gained about a yard. It'll bring up third down and 9.
Pick up of a yard on the play.
Now the first half, we had several 3rd and long plays by both sides, and both teams seem to have no problem picking it up. This will be Midland Valley's first shot at a 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of adjustments Gilbert made at halftime for this type play. Dropped straight back. Looks over the middle. Broken up. And Gilbert's defense stops Midland Valley for the first time tonight. 4th down, the punting unit will be on. And both teams come up with big defensive plays. And like
Yes,
we
they
said
did.
at halftime, what adjustments would they make to stop each other? And it looks like both of them came up with something.
Jennings and Register back for the Indians. Haven't had a chance to see a punt tonight.
McCorkle, who has been receiving passes. And Gilbert, fortunate they didn't touch that. It rolls inside the 10 to the 9. So McCorkle's punt turns out good for Midland Valley. Chandler Law Firm, 1st and 10 at the 9.
And I believe the wiser decision there would have been to come up and try to catch the ball, make a fair catch.
Indians take over at their own 9-yard line.
Now they're finally starting from a field position that is not ideal. Let's see what happens.
Two receivers split wide to the right. Going to hand off to Leopard, which is what you would expect this deep in the territory, and he refuses to go down, and he picks up 11 yards.
That's a heck of a run.
Gets out to the 20-yard line. Chandler Law Firm, 1st down.
1st and 10, Gilbert at their 20-yard line.
I thought that's where they made their mistake. Going down the field, Leopard ran them down there, and then they started throwing passes. Have a feeling down here they'll try to ride him out of here. And here he comes. No, he keeps, does Hendricks. Now, Hendricks done that a few times tonight. He picks up 5 yards.
That's a nice play. He made the right read there, and good game.
2nd down and 5.
That'll keep him honest, too, on defense.
5 yards.
Uses a tight end on the left side. 2 split wide to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff goes behind the tight end to the tackle. He brings it back to the middle and crosses the 30, and that's going to be good enough for another Chandler Law Firm 1st down. As Gilbert starts deep at the 9-yard line. Now 2 first downs gets them out of the shadow of the end zone. As they trail Midland Valley by 11. They were stopped on their opening possession of the first half. Now Hendricks keeps Midland Valley read that one all the way. That's going to be a loss of a couple of yards. Second down and 12.
And I believe that was number 74 with good penetration that time. That is Tank Williams. I've been waiting to call that name, Tank. All right, and he got in there and put some pressure on the quarterback. A bunch of his buddies came around and put him down.
So big Tank Williams scrambles things in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards. Makes the call. Does Hendricks. Hendricks fakes the handoff going over the middle. Got a man by himself, and he's gone. At the 30-yard line, he's going to take it all the way. That's going to bring a 72-yard touchdown pass and run. And Gilbert, after a couple of nice plays on defense by Midland Valley, Gilbert comes up with the biggest play of the night, a 72-yard pass.
And I cannot wait to see how he got that wide open. I hope we can get that one on the here comes the replay. There was nobody anywhere near him. That had to be a bust. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field in that situation, I would think.
Extra point try, kick is up, kick is good. And the 72-yard pass play gets Gilbert to within 4 points, 35-31. We'll take a break and be back on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
That replay, the touchdown for 72 yards.
Whoa.
That's just busted assignment.
I mean, that's called wide open. Ed, I think you could have caught that ball and run that into the end zone.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you could.
That'd be interesting to see. Trey Johnson.
We know Trey Johnson could.
On the receiving side of that, so he goes straight down the field. So the 2 opening possessions were stops by the defense, but Gilbert goes 91 yards on the third possession of the second half. 72-yard pass play to Trey Johnson, and the CMI kickoff gets it back to Midland Valley at the 10. Xavier Leapart hit hard at the 25, and he'll be down at the 26, where it'll bring up a Chandler Law Firm first down for the Mustangs, as the Indians will try to repeat the stop they just made on defense, their first stop of the game, as they finally pulled within 4 points. They trailed 7-0, and this is the closest they've been.
That was a nice drive by Gilbert to pull it out from the 9-yard line, and then, of course, the huge pass play.
Cameron Brown makes the catch. Didn't look like he had much, but he's going to gain good yardage. He's going to pick up 6 yards. Second down and 4 coming up. Give him 7. Second down and 3. Ball spotted at the 33.
McCorkle and Morency have continued to do a nice job on that play, pass blocking. Crucial to the success.
Handed off. And this is Dre Carr. Dre Carr looked like he was caught, and he spins out of it. He's going to pick up positive yardage and get a first down. Chandler Law Firm first down at the 39.
Now, you know what that reminds me of? It. I guarantee you, those kids, when they were 5, 6, 7 years old, were playing touch football in their backyard and just running away from each other and chasing each other all over the place. They learned how to get away from people, and now nobody can catch them out here either.
38-yard line.
They say he stepped out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first and 10 at the 38. Empty backfield. 3 split wide to the right, 2 to the left. Drops back, now going to run. Daniel Card looks to get downfield. Picked up 9 yards.
Daniel Carr keeping.
He's close to another first down.
Close to a first down. Carr brought
They're going to
down
say
at
he did
the
pick up 10 yards. They're going to move the
48-yard
chains. Chandler Law Firm first down at the 48-yard line.
What Midland Valley has done tonight and what they've been able to do is the classic spread them and shred them. They've got people spread all from sideline to sideline, and that opens up a whole lot of running space, and also it opens up some passing zones.
So they bring Dre Carr back into the backfield next to Daniel Carr. Hand off to Dre Carr straight up the middle. He goes in behind his center, crosses into Indian territory, 47-yard line. And Midland Valley now on the move. As they try to put up their first points of the second half as they've seen their lead trimmed to 4, 35-31.
47-yard line.
4:55 left to go here in the third quarter. Hand off again to Carr. Dre Carr pulled down. This is going to be one of the few times he gets no gain.
Number 3, Dre Carr with the carry. Stopped by number
And that is
15,
Matt Harris, one of the
Matt
defensive
Harris.
ends for Gilbert, and that was a fine tackle. And like you said, rare that we see that.
Third down.
At least tonight.
That's right. Nice open field tackle.
2 weeks ago, we had South Aiken Strom Thurmond in a 16-13 final score. It was a defensive struggle. And last week, North Augusta and Strom Thurmond, a lot of defense in that one. Not much so far tonight. Now looking, throwing, and Cameron Brown had a defender on his back. They look for the penalty. The home crowd wants it. They're not going to get it. And it's going to bring up a 4th and 5. And a decision for Coach Knight.
And that was a well-thrown ball. He had plenty of time to throw it. Aiming for a good target, of course. And you're right, the hometown crowd vociferously wanted to have a pass interference call. Didn't get it.
So McCorkle back to punt again, the second time tonight, the second stop. Got it to the 9-yard line last time. This time fair catch called, caught at about the 16, 17-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first down for Gilbert. With 3:59 left to go here in the third quarter. Things picked up a little bit here in the third quarter as far as pace on the clock. Of course, that's what happens when you don't score every time.
That's exactly right. And Tristan Register did a nice job fielding the punt that time. The previous punt they didn't field very well, and it cost them, but then they ended up with a great drive anyhow, so they don't care.
Last drive started at the 9-yard line. They went 91 yards. Hendricks starts this one from the 17. He's going to pick up yardage out past the 25 to the 26. It's going to bring up second down and 1.
Pick up at least 7 on the play. Make that 8. Second and 2 from the Indians' 25-yard line.
Fake's going to go long. Broken up. You got to like that call. Second down and 1.
Yep, I do like that call.
Pass incomplete, intended for Bright.
And if you notice there, I also like the fact, and now I see why he's throwing it to Bright so often, he had a mismatch there in terms of height against the defender. Pretty nice target.
But a good job by Midland Valley to break it up and get ready for it. It's easy to take a break on that one. Look for Leopard here. He takes it, runs up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Out over the 30 to the 32-yard line. First and 10, Indians.
Leopard carry.
Now, do you think they do the tomahawk chop at Gilbert?
I don't have any idea. I wouldn't be surprised. You Braves fans do it.
You would think so. Fake the handoff to Leopard. Hendricks keeps up the middle. Midland Valley was ready for that. Picks up a yard. Second down 9.
Pick up of a yard.
3 wide receivers split wide to the right. Make that 2 as a tight end is on the right side. Fakes the handoff over the middle, tipped, and caught this time. Breaking across the 40 to the 35 register, I believe.
That's their fullback.
Kaysen.
Garnett Kaysen. And, that's very similar to the pass that they completed for the big touchdown, because you had a man really at a tight end position who goes right down the seam, and nobody covered him right away.
Midland Valley missed an opportunity to knock it down, maybe even get an interception. Gilbert on the move into Mustang territory, 35-yard line. Now a little fumble of the ball. Hendricks does a good job getting it back and making a yard.
Very fortunate.
Hendricks keeping, no gain on the play.
Ball popped away from him. I think that was going to be a straight handoff. But he thought better of trying to make the handoff. Got it, dove ahead, picks up a yard, 2nd down and 9.
We talked about it a little earlier. Last week, Gilbert was in a game that ended up, 42-41?
Right, with Batesburg-Leesville.
So they're used to these high-scoring affairs.
Another fumble. And again, Hendricks quickly jumps on that. So that time under center, unable to pick it up. Midland Valley says they have it. And Gilbert says, no, you don't. And they pull Hendricks up. He got the ball back.
Fumble recovered by
no gain, 3rd down, 9.
No gain. All right, Mustang fans, it's 3rd down.
Two split wide to the right. Leopard in the slot on the left-hand side. Going to go down the field in the middle. He's got a man, pulls up and catches it. Touchdown. Gilbert has their first lead of the night over Midland Valley.
And that's Register. He's had a good ball game tonight.
Hendricks pass
Register
12, Tristan Register
makes the catch. Nice lead that time by Hendricks.
Good patience by Hendricks also. He waited. He broke real free, and that was an easy catch.
Here's the point after try. Kick is up, and the kick is good.
Good.
And for the first time tonight, the score goes in favor of Gilbert, 38-35. Mustangs find themselves trailing after being in the lead the entire night. We'll take a break, come back for the CMI kickoff on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this office, this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
Well, 38-35, and there's a Specs replay for the touchdown. We're calling it 25 yards as the CMI kickoff gets us underway. It's fielded right outside the 20-yard line. Big scrum, big push, gets the ball up to the 35-yard line, where Midland Valley now trails for the first time tonight and will try to regain that lead. Regain their offense after not being stopped at all in the first half, except on an interception. They've been stopped twice here on 4th down. 2 punts for their 2 possessions here in the second half. Daniel Carr at quarterback. Dre Carr, his cousin, stands beside him to his right. 3 split wide to the left. Brown to the right. Rolls to his right. Gets away. Going to run. Able to pick up a yard or 2.
Daniel Carr scrambling.
As he's down at the 36-yard line, pickup of yards, 2nd down and 9.
And that time, that was certainly not a design quarterback run, but he had no choice. They were on him as soon as the ball was snapped. Lucky to get a yard.
So Gilbert able to make some adjustments during halftime to their defense. Seems to be working here after giving up 35 points in the first half. They give up no points at all here in the third quarter and carry a 38-35 lead to the fourth quarter here in the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on ASTV WRDW My 12. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter.
From our Looney Tunes Savings Club that teaches young people their first lessons about managing money to free financial counseling services for adults, Security Federal Bank grows with our customers and has a service to meet every need. Established right here in Aiken County in 1922, we continue to be your hometown bank. We always work to meet the changing needs of our customers. That's why we've become a company that can meet every need for financial services. From online banking, bill pay, mortgage products, trusts, and a full line of insurance products. If we were you, we'd bank with us.
Midland Valley scored 21 points in the first quarter, 14 in the second, had a 35-24 lead at the halftime, but scored no points in the third quarter, while 2 touchdowns put on the board by Gilbert. Gilbert leads 38-35 as we start the fourth quarter here on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week. And a towel flies, and we're ready to go. Midland Valley will try to get back on track and get on the board. Rolls, gets it outside, caught. Morency taken out of bounds. Morency picks up 11, first down, and now Midland Valley will try to get on down the field. Let's go down to the sidelines where Noah Fight has a Holly Tractor sideline report for us. Noah.
Thank you, Ed. We got some scores, updates. South Aiken is down 24-0 at Carlton County. Fox Creek and Ridge Spring 7-7 at the half. Silver Bluff leads Ridgeland 17-13. North Augusta leads Ridgeview 7-6. Willis Nelco leads HKT 14-6. And Brooklyn Casey leads Aiken 14-0. Back to you.
Thank you, Noah. All right. Midland Valley, after picking up a first down at the 46-yard line,
number 33
loses big yard, and that's the other car, Dracon Carr, Draquan, and he loses 11 yards, 2nd down and 21 coming up. First time we've seen him tonight. That's the third car in the garage for
That's right.
Valley. Daniel moves around, now throws. Finds a man. The sidelines, Gilbert says it's incomplete.
What does the official say? He'll be the
official
one that
said
counts.
It was incomplete as well. They're bringing it back, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 21. And after being unstoppable in the first half, Midland Valley in danger of being stopped on the 3rd possession here in the second half. As it's 3rd and 21. Now in the first half, I would expect them to pick this up. They've picked up some big 3rd down plays tonight. See what Daniel Carr has in his bag of tricks. He's going to run away. He's going to throw it in the air. It comes up short. He was looking for Cameron Brown. Led him a little bit too much and a little short. So 4th down, the punting unit's on, and Gilbert suddenly playing defense.
Yes, they are. A little more pressure. Carr got chased out of the pocket that time. It almost was able to complete the ball in a crossing pattern. He bought some time, and Cameron was coming across the middle. That was a hard throw. And they've got some pressure on him.
Punts away. And caught. Oh, he fumbled it. And Midland Valley's going to recover it, and this is a big break from Midland Valley as the momentum has swung so much back toward Gilbert. Now Midland Valley going to have the ball at the 25-yard line on the muffed punt. Register went back to catch it. I thought he signaled for a fair catch, but apparently he didn't because he turned around to run. He dropped the ball. Midland Valley's in business.
Huge play. And as we said earlier, Gilbert has had a little trouble with the kickoffs. They've bobbled a couple kickoffs, and they haven't handled the punts particularly well. This is a killer.
So Midland Valley trailing by 3 points. 10-18 left to go in the ball game. Now set up deep into Indian territory. Here comes Daniel Carr. He's going to sprint out of the pocket down the middle. Going to get inside the 10 to the 5 to the 4. And it's going to bring up the Chandler Law Firm first and goal at the 4. And just like that, Midland Valley very quickly looking to take the lead.
This is a great run here by Carr, and that was a design play. That was a quarterback draw all the way.
4-yard line. Chandler Law Firm first down. Throws in the end zone, tipped to the back of the end zone. Nobody there behind him, so falls harmlessly incomplete. Second down. Midland Valley looking for the Tyler Tire end zone, something they found quite a few times in the first half, 5 times to be exact. But it's been elusive for him here in the second half. Daniel Carr, Dre Carr to his right. Drops back, now rolls to his right, looks to run, gonna get into the end zone. Touchdown, Midland Valley, and Midland Valley finds themselves back on top, 41-38. Extra point coming up. And this has got to haunt Gilbert a little bit.
He had a receiver open early right there. He could have hit his cousin with the pass. Does a nice job getting it in the end zone. Nobody can complain about that. That's a terrific effort.
Got to be haunting Gilbert. They lost the game last week, 42-41. Midland Valley lines up to put 42 on the board. And there's 42 as Midland Valley leads 42-38 here on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week. We'll take a break and be right back.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
Midland Valley recovers a muffed punt at the 25-yard line. Daniel Carr gets it down inside the 5, then takes it the final 4 yards for the touchdown in the lead, 42-38. CMI kickoff now going to be fielded at the 20. Bringing it back up the field, this is Register. Register back out on the field after fumbling the punt. Brings it back up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good field position for Gilbert.
And most of the evening here, both teams have had good field position to start. The short fields make it a little bit easier, no question, but now they're under some pressure here. They have to score.
As we pointed out last week, in overtime, Gilbert lost by 1 point to Batesburg-Leesville when their touchdown extra point try was blocked for the tie. Now here's Leopard. Leopard gets across the 42-41, picks up 2 yards. Second down and 8.
Pick up 3 yards on the play.
Good job by the defense to spread it out, bring Leopard down. Leopard is well over 100 yards rushing at this point. Had 79 at halftime. comes up the middle, and
Good
Midland Valley
defense.
was ready. He's going to pick up a yard and bring a 3rd down and 7.
And the one that made that play was Kyle DeHaze. He just stuffed everything right at the line of scrimmage.
Pick up of 1. All right, Mustang fans. Let's stand up. Let's make some noise. It's 3rd down.
The play we haven't seen yet is a screen pass to Leopard. Let's see if that won't be this play. That's a bubble screen type play. Trying to get outside the break. Not only was he covered, it wasn't a very good pass. And Midland Valley has their 2nd stop of the game on 4th down. Gilbert will bring the punting unit out and punt it over to Midland Valley with 8:25 left to go in the ball game.
And that was certainly one of the worst offensive series we've seen tonight. Both teams have been outstanding on offense. That one, not so good.
Xavier Leapart back deep to receive for the Mustangs.
This may be the first punt of the ball game for Gilbert, and it's a good one. Caught at the 19-yard line. It's going to bring up Chandler Law Firm 1st down for Midland Valley.
On the punt.
81 yards away from putting this game away. I think at this point, Coach Knight would like to see a nice established couple of 1st downs, maybe 3 or 4. Run some of this clock. He's got a 4-point lead.
Can't disagree with that. But their offense is not really designed to grind it out at all. They're gonna have to continue to do what they do best.
They start with Dre Carr running the football. He looks for a hole on the read option. He crosses the 25 to the 26.
Good start.
Good start. Picks up 6 yards. 2nd down and 4.
Fans have been a little feisty here tonight. The coaches are getting a little help from the sidelines.
He got 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
27-yard line.
I imagine they'd take 10 more of those and take this one to the house. Hand off, hitting the backfield this time, going nowhere. Drop back to the 25. That's going to lose 2 yards.
A lot of 5s on that tackle. Gabe McNatt, one of the linebackers. Okay, and number 50, Keith Dort, one of the defensive tackles, helped to lead the charge for the Indians.
So 3rd down and 5.
Big play.
Big play for the Indians as they look to get the ball back, trailing by 4. They came into the 4th quarter leading by 3. Midland Valley recovered a punt, fumbled at the 25 and took it in to take this 4-point lead. Looks for a 1st down here. Good pass, caught. Going to pick up the 1st down as they cross the 35 to the 36-yard line. Cameron Brown on the catch.
Brown.
And that's a big-time play right there, Ed.
It took the words out of my mouth.
Yes, indeed. Look at him set up and throw it right on target, and that's a nice catch by Brown with a man draped all over him.
Great pass. Pretty good defense. Just a really, really good catch. Concentrated all the way through. So Brown comes over to the left side. He's in the slot now. Nobody split wide to the right. Now a little bubble screen out to Brown. Brown spins. Going to pick up a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Clock continues to run down to 6:20 mark.
And for Gilbert, the clock is no longer their friend. They've got to stop him right here, I believe. A couple more 1st downs, and this is going to be done.
38-yard line, 2nd down, 8. Same formation. Going to be a reverse. This is Brown coming back across, comes right up the middle. Now he's got a lane. He's going to take it to the house, to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. Caught from behind, but he drags the last man all the way to the end zone. Jalen Jennings couldn't keep him out, and the Mustangs score on a huge play. 60-plus yards. And that may be the nail in the coffin.
And that is the play of the ball game right there. That is a great call by the Midland Valley coaches staff. They went a little deeper into their playbook, come up with a little reverse, all right, and it breaks for the touchdown. That's a gutsy call and a great call by the coaches.
A 62-yard run by Cameron Brown. The extra point is good. And our score, Midland Valley 49, Gilbert 38. We'll take a break and come back for the kickoff here on the Gold's Gym Game of the Week.
What a crowd we have on hand tonight. And last before kickoff, here comes the game ball. Set to be brought in from the sky by parachute. The crowd has spotted him as he comes in for a landing. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
From orthopedics to neurology, imaging to pain management, or even if a good idea just turns into an accident, CMI can help you play again. Learn more at cmi.md.
Here's the CMI kickoff. Hometown doctors helping teams and you play again. Fielded on a hop, registered brings it up to the 41-yard line. Gilbert now trails in this game by 11, and they'll have to score twice as we take a look at the replay of that reverse 62-yard run by Cameron Brown.
Pretty neat play. Little fake there, just a toss, little short toss, good blocking, and the thing that's most impressive to me is how fast he is. That's a great play.
Back to play, gets it up in the air, tossed it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. That was a jump ball. Pass was intended for number 20, Raquan Baston. Incomplete. It was incomplete on the defense. Number 23 from Midland Valley, Adrian Bembry, helped break that up.
And the Midland Valley coaches have to be happy with that coverage. They've been a little suspect here in the second half and pass defense in the secondary, but that was very well done.
Back to pass. Hendricks steps around, throws. And I believe it's incomplete. Bryant almost made a play. Yes, it is. It's incomplete. 3rd and 10.
Wright has been their primary target tonight. They've hit a bunch of different people, but I would say he's number 1 on their list.
5:26 left to go in the ball game. The 3-point lead for Gilbert is now 11-point deficit. Hendricks rolls out, looking. Now throws it right to the Midland Valley guy who's out of bounds.
Oh, DeHaze would have loved that one if he could have stayed in bounds. Woo!
Hendricks got away with one there. It probably could have been called grounding of some sort, but I think it one of those plays where the official doesn't know what to do with it. The punt unit's going to come on here, and Gilbert may be waving the white flag at this point.
I'm going to be curious to see whether Midland Valley sends anybody back to recover this kick. There he goes.
Noah Hall, deep to punt. Now a timeout called by Midland Valley. So again, if the guys have it queued up, let's take a look at that reverse touchdown play. That's got to be the play of the game. Cameron Brown, a great wide receiver. I don't know that I've seen him on a running play before.
Well, not like this. And
they've got containment,
yep.
And he comes back through the middle.
And then he puts it into a different gear. I mean, he just takes off. He makes those guys look like they're standing still.
Right here, he's running out of gas. Not too much out of gas.
Gets it in there. Nice play. Like I say, that is a terrific call. I'm not sure whether it was the coordinator or Rick Knight himself, but somebody made a great call on that play.
Be interesting. We were talking about, you saw the kids playing in Charleston. Be interesting to see where he ends up. He's got the size and speed that you would think that a college team would love to have him.
Yeah, I would think somebody will take him.
He's also a basketball player, so must be nice. All right, Midland Valley takes the timeout. It's talked about it. I got a feeling that Gilbert, now that they've had a chance to stand around and talk about it, will now go for it on 4th down. And they do show that. So Midland Valley calls another timeout because they realize, well, they're going for it. So now they'll go back to the huddle, Will Gilbert. We'll see what they'll do differently now that they have a chance to talk it twice. My guess would be they got to go for it. If you're going to go for it on that play, might as well go for it now, even though Midland Valley will be ready for it should they come out. 49-38, our score. Gilbert scored 2 unanswered touchdowns in the 3rd quarter while keeping Midland Valley off the scoreboard to make up an 11-point deficit and take the lead 38-35. But Midland Valley has stormed back, scored 2 touchdowns of their own, and lead by 11. And it's 4th and 10 from the 42-yard line. Gilbert sends the offense back out on the field. Takes the snap. Rolls, throws the pass. It's intercepted. Midland Valley makes the pick. Takes it back to the 44-yard line. And they've got 5 minutes, 7 seconds to run off, and they can get away from here, and they'll sleep good tonight.
And that was Xavier Leapart who made the interception.
It looked like he was playing center field, read the quarterback's eyes, and came up and made the catch.
And he made a terrific break on that ball. I mean, that was like he was shot out of a cannon. Great play.
So look for Midland Valley to run Dre Carr here, maybe Daniel Carr. Try to pick up a couple first downs and get out of here. Here's Dre Carr. Going to drag a couple of guys to the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 yards.
Pick up 3 yards in the play.
2nd down, 7. They'd say he went down at the 41, so it's 2 yards. 2nd down, 8. Midland Valley will take their time. Another handoff. Great push by the Midland Valley offensive line as they knocked Gilbert back. Drake Carr ran in behind him, picked up big yardage all the way to the 30-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup. And the first down, Midland Valley in great shape.
Just the kind of effort they need, and that was a terrific run by Carr.
Chandler Law Firm first down. Handoff. Running behind that right side.
For Drake Carr. 2nd down.
Picks up 4.
You know,
2nd down, 6.
You look at Dre as he goes back to get in position to line up and so on. It looks like he's just about done, exhausted. But as soon as they snap the ball, it's like he's got another gear. He flies up there.
Hands off. Gets up to the 20. That'll be close to a first down. I think he's got it.
Pickup of 7. All close to it.
Referee's going to walk up, take a look at it. Now they're going to stop the clock. We may have to take a measurement because it's right on the 20, and I think they needed to make the 20. They're going to measure it. So they bring the chains out. We've got a Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. Bragg Heating Company keeping you comfortable since 1970. And they are missing it by this much.
Too much? 2 inches.
Pick up of a long 6, number 3, Drake Carr. That'll bring up 2nd down in the blade of grass.
So 3rd down, less than a yard.
Third down, 2.
Need to pick up a yard here, pick up a first down, move the chains, and move the clock. Clock cranks back up. When they snap it again, it'll be less than 3 minutes left to go in our ball game. The 35-24 track meet of the first half has slowed quite a bit, but still a lot of scoring in this one. Handoff, Drake Carr gets the first down as he's gang tackled, not before he picks up a couple of yards. More than enough for the first down. They say he
Pick up about 3 yards on the carry.
past the 19.
First and 10 Mustang.
So a channel off from first down. And now Gilbert will be forced to take the timeouts. We'll see. They trail by 11. They may just let the clock run at this point. There's Dre Carr again. He refuses to go down. Like Coach said, he doesn't look too tired.
Not when he's running the football, he doesn't. You know, there was a pretty good running back many years ago. You may not even remember this, by the name of Jimmy Brown, that did the same thing. When he was getting back to the huddle, it looked like he was about half dead. But they gave him the ball, and he was unstoppable. Drake Carr looks very, very good after tonight.
All right, that was another 11-yard gain to the 8-yard line. It's going to bring up first and goal, and we have a timeout. Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. Bragg Heating Company keeping you comfortable since 1970. And really, this is sort of academic at this point, as Midland Valley now, I'm not sure that the touchdown's necessary, but they may go ahead and score a touchdown and get into the 50s and feel pretty good about their opener here in conference play.
I think they should feel very good about it. Offensively, defensively, they've got some issues yet that they've got to get straightened out, and I can say the same thing about Gilbert. Okay, very good offensive team, some weaknesses on defense.
Certainly a lot of offensive weapons here tonight for both teams, but Midland Valley with the two cars, Daniel and Dre, and Cameron Brown. What do you say? And you want to stay tuned after tonight's game. Coach has got to pick the MVP from one of these guys. Which one will it be? Well, you want to stay tuned and see. We'll probably wait and find out if Noah has some stats. Ooh, that was a busted play. Looked like Dre Carr went behind him.
Number 1, Daniel Carr, sacked by number 14.
Yeah, they're chatting with each other.
All right, we've got another Bragg Heating Company timeout on the field. They're going to run to the sidelines and talk it over and try to keep Midland Valley out of the end zone and see what they can do in terms of putting themselves in a position to maybe get the ball back and pull off a miracle.
It would have to be a miracle, and Daniel Carr was telling the coach, hey, that one's on me. I'm the one that lost my concentration for just an instant there, and also lost some yardage.
In the AccuWeather forecast, which was pretty accurate, with 2:10 left to go here in the game, the umbrellas do pop out here at the end as it starts to lightly rain.
Here they come.
But nothing of the torrential downpours that we were told were coming our way. It rained pretty hard before the game, but not that much. Field's been very playable tonight.
Sure.
Daniel Carr rides it off to Dre Carr. And we'll have one more Bragg Heating Company timeout by Gilbert. Going to bring up fourth down for Midland Valley.
You know, one of the most impressive things to me about this ball game tonight is that both teams came back from being down significantly and just continued to play. And we saw Gilbert take the lead after being down virtually the entire ball game. And once they got a bit of a lead, back comes Midland Valley, takes it right back, and certainly looks like they're going to walk away with the victory here. But both teams really played hard, and I think both coaches had good schemes designed for them, and they let their skilled people take the game over on both sides.
And I beg your pardon, it's third down. They called timeout after they got the first down. So Midland Valley will run a play. Let's see what they come up with here on third down. They run it right to Dracar, who's going to take it into the end zone. Let's see, are they going to say touchdown, Midland Valley? A little bit of a delay on the call, but I don't know what Gilbert might have expected on that particular play, but give Midland Valley credit. They run it right at him. Dracar takes it the final few yards. Actually, he takes that in from about 14 yards for the final touchdown. Final nail in the coffin, 55-38. I guess this would be the final nail as the extra point comes on.
And he deserved that touchdown. He worked very, very hard here at the end of the ball game.
No good. Your score, Midland Valley, 55.
Finally,
Gilbert 38.
An extra point is missed. That's our first missed extra point of the night. And there's been a bunch of touchdowns. There's 8 and 5. We've had 13 touchdowns, and that's our first extra point missed. 55-38. Our score. Dracar takes it 14 yards for the touchdown. And it's going to be interesting when we get together with Noah after the game to see what the stats are for Daniel Carr, Dracar, and Cameron Brown, because all three have had outstanding nights.
Yes, they certainly have, and we talk about them all the time when we mention Midland Valley, but deservedly so. And then on the other side of the ball, the X-Man, Xavier Liebhart, has been terrific. He's done a great job on kickoffs and had an interception. Once again, a leading tackler.
CMI kickoff for the first time in maybe all night. They kick away, kick it deep. And going to be stopped at the 31-yard line. On the return, Jalen Jennings. So 1 minute, 52 seconds. What has been a really exciting barn burner of a game. And from a standpoint of the final score may not look too much like it, but it was really pretty close.
Oh, it was very close. And it was well played by both teams offensively. And I think, they got to get an extra player out there. They're one short.
Leopard apparently is done for the night as Jennings trots out. Dropping back. Goes to the middle again, and there's Xavier Leopard hitting Trey Johnson in the middle of the field. Trey Johnson caught a long touchdown pass for a touchdown back in the third quarter. A 72-yard pass to Trey Johnson from Hendricks. That time, not so fortunate. Another chance to intercept the pass, comes up a little bit short.
All right, Mustang fans, that's third down.
So third down and 10. And not a whole lot of time off the clock. Leopard back in the game for Gilbert now. Out on a pass pattern. This time it is complete. Going to get it up to midfield.
Hendricks pass complete.
So the clock will stop on the first down. Baston on the catch. So Gilbert trying to get at least another few points on the scoreboard before they go home. Throws that one wide again, trying to go to pass. It's incomplete.
Second down.
As the Midland Valley crowd celebrates.
You know, you talk about the crowd. They've watched this team grow over the last 3 years also. I mean, they've been here and they watched these kids when they were freshmen and sophomores, and now they've got some experience. And we've said it all year. In fact, we said it last year. They're skilled people, can play with anybody. They really can.
They're really very, very good at quarterback, running back, wide receiver. And it'll be interesting to see how this develops. And they've got a very good defensive player in Leopard in the middle of the field making plays. And that can take you a long way. It's 3A football, so they'll have a tough time. There's some good teams in 3A. Brooklyn Casey is one of them that they can play tonight.
And it's interesting that they've got Leopard playing a lot of safety back there in the two deep secondary.
Well, like they on the interception, they had him playing center field, and he read the quarterback's eyes and came up and took it away. He returns kicks. He's obviously got some speed.
Yes, he does.
Here's fourth down and running the ball. And looked like he had a chance for the first down. He's going to run it out of bounds short, and Midland Valley will take over on downs. And I would say that was the white flag. Let's get out of here.
And this has to be your victory formation that you like to see. They run it a couple times, and we're going to wrap it up.
Pickup of 7 for Hendricks. Mustangs take over on down.
So Midland Valley, Daniel Card leads them out into the victory formation. They'll snap the ball a couple times. And an impressive offensive showing. They overcome the third quarter where they didn't score any points at all and lost their lead, a lead of that they had 14 points several times in the first half. They saw it go away, trailed by 3 going to the fourth quarter, but they score 3 times, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and are going to win going away 55-38. Definitely a heck of an offensive showing tonight. And the good news on the Aiken Regional Medical Center injury report front, no injuries to speak of tonight. They didn't even have a stoppage in the game once for an injured player.
And you'll love to see that. Hate to see anybody get hurt.
No cramps, no nothing. So the Midland Valley team lines up to shake Gilbert's hand in what was a barn burner of an offensive performance, and they win going away in the fourth quarter, 55-38. Your final score here in the Gold's Gym Game of the Week on WRDW My 12 and ASTV. We'll take a break and come back and announce tonight's MVP, Center for Dentistry MVP, when we return.
Were you hurt on the job? Are you trying to keep your work comp payments? Do you feel like no one is listening? Your employer, the company doctor, the insurance company? Well, we're listening. Our workers' compensation team has helped hundreds of injured South Carolinians. Call us now and let us listen to you. For a free consultation, call 803-644-5335 or visit thechandlerlawfirm.com.
You can count on Chandler.
One evening we were sitting around the table, and my 4-year-old stood up in his chair, and he said, "Dad, I want to be just like you." And I thought, that's great, until he said, "I want to be nice and big and fat." It was at that moment I realized I need to make a change.
I took the scales at over 208 pounds, and that was the point that I realized I really needed to make a change. In fact, we both really needed to make a change.
Together, we have lost 150 pounds, and our family has a healthy new future.
Pruitt Health is here to help. For more than 4 decades, Pruitt Health has partnered with healthcare professionals to deliver exceptional care to families across the Southeast. Since the beginning, our focus has always been on quality programs, quality services, and quality people. Looking forward to the future, we've developed an innovative model of care to provide comprehensive, streamlined solutions. Get well for life with Pruitt Health.
Unique Expressions in the Mitchell Shopping Center is a treasure chest of gifts for all occasions. The collegiate collection is second to none. South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia, ACC or SEC. Support your favorite school. From clothing to mailboxes to tailgating items, Unique Expressions has them all. Handbags by Spartina and the Vera Bradley collection, and a U.S. Post Office on site for your mailing convenience. Stop in today at Unique Expressions, 1521 Whiskey Road.
Tyler's Tire and Auto Center, founded in 1963, family-owned and operated for 50 years and dedicated to customer service with safety of your family, our top priority. Tyler's Tire is a full-service tire retail, tire repair, and automotive repair facility with ASC certified mechanics. Located in 2 locations, 1019 Richland Avenue West and 1518 Whiskey Road. Let our family take care of yours. Tyler's Tire and Auto Center.
You can smile.
I love to smile.
I was so pleased that I could get all of my dentistry work done in just one visit.
You can smile.
Painless. That's how I would describe it.
Here at the Center for Dentistry, it has been a wonderful experience. With the comprehensive nature of this one office, I can bring my family here and we can have it all done at one place.
You can smile.
Center for Dentistry, 1391 Silver Bluff Road, Aiken.
One evening we were sitting around the table. My 4-year-old stood up in his chair and he said, "Dad, I want to be just like you." And I thought, that's great. Until he said, "I want to be nice and big and fat." It was at that moment I realized I need to make a change.
I took the scales at over 208 pounds, and that was the point that I realized I really needed to make a change. In fact, we both really needed to make a change.
Together, we have lost 150 pounds, and our family has a healthy new future.
Gold's Gym Game of the Week. And there you see the Security Federal Bank scoreboard. And a lot of points put up on the board tonight as Midland Valley comes out on the positive end of that. If you had the over, you won. Midland Valley 55, Gilbert 38, and a lot of offense.
A lot of offense and a really enjoyable game to watch. Both teams were playing hard. They both were fun. All right, I hope the kids had a good time because it was fun to watch them. And I really think the coaching staffs did a great job getting their kids prepared offensively for this ball game. And it was a big game for these guys. I mean, they, going into the region play and stuff like that, this is important. And Midland Valley's in the best position they've been in the last few years.
All right, Noah Fight is headed back to the headset, I do believe, and will be.
Hey, James, are you there?
Well, James is there, and so is Coach and me as well there, Noah. Good first half. Good second half.
Very good second half.
Very good game.
Absolutely. Just a tremendous game. Seemed like both teams maybe were a little tired from all those big plays midway through the third quarter, and that muff punt really may have saved Midland Valley.
Absolutely. Have you had a chance to talk to any of the coaches?
I did. I talked to Coach Knight. He, he's a defensive guy at heart, and so he's pretty unhappy about his defense's performance tonight, and said that basically the secondary, his words, was murdered. But
I put it a little more gently than that. I said they, were suspect in a couple of areas, but he's right.
Yeah, but at the same time, he made sure to credit the tremendous effort of Daniel Carr, Dre Carr, and Cameron Brown. And it was funny. I heard Coach say it on the sideline, and he repeated it there, just asking a couple quick questions about his reaction to the play call for Cameron on that reverse.
Yeah.
And he turned to his coordinator and said, "Are you kidding me?" And
I see Coach Knight is making his way across the field, so we'll let him talk to us and tell us all those things. James, do you want to take a break before we put Coach Knight on?
Let's, if we can, let's go to Coach Knight since he's making his way right here.
All right, well,
that'd be good.
We'll hold on. He'll get across the field here shortly and join Noah again. Our final score tonight, 55-38. The Midland Valley Mustangs are victorious in their first conference game of the year. And I think that we are going to be joined here by Coach Knight.
Oh, is it?
Coach, you with us? Coach Knight?
I am.
Congratulations. Excellent win. I know you got to be happy with your offense.
Oh, definitely. Offense did a great job. I think we maybe punted once or twice, did we?
I think it was twice.
Yep.
Yeah. How many times they punt? Once.
Yeah, once.
But getting out of here with a W is the big thing.
You mentioned the punting. We were just talking about it a moment ago. Really, that second punt was what turned out to be the play of the game, where you were down at that point, leading the whole way, had a 14-point lead most of the way. They come back, take the lead on you. You punt. Looks like you're going to need that defense to step up, and they muff it. You guys get it back.
Well, it just about muffed every kick that we kicked all night, and we hadn't got one yet, but we were able to jump on that. I hate to put it on that kid, but that was the turnaround for us, and we were able to score right off that.
Let's talk about some of the good things first. Your offense was spectacular. That to put up 55 points on a night like this really is an impressive figure.
Yes, sir. I don't remember I don't know if we've ever scored 55 points. I know we have never given up 38 and won. But Daniel threaded it in there many times. That one big third down catch that Cameron made as he got hit over the middle, a super catch, and the throw was right on target. And they made a play, but Cameron held on to it, and we were able to move it on down.
Do you ever find yourself maybe getting used to some of these spectacular plays that Daniel makes? There was that one in the first half.
Where spun around.
Yeah.
And well, like I told him, that kid holding his jersey only weighed 110, so he better make the play. But, that was – I think he had his eyes on the receiver before he spun around. And, sometimes he tries to make a play when he shouldn't, but most of the time it works out in our favor.
And have to mention your tailback, Dracar, who really was kind of the unsung hero for most of the game, and then put it on ice there with that 15-yard touchdown at the very end.
Well, we've been giving him a hard time because he's been doing the mail and not getting much credit there with touchdowns and stuff, because it's just been working out that way. But I said it's going to happen, and if he just keeps running like he is, then I'll be a happy guy.
Now, you mentioned the defense before, that you weren't exactly thrilled with the performance tonight. If you can, give us your assessment.
Well, I thought we played hard. We shut down the primary stuff that we wanted to for the most part, the quarterback counter and the tailback for the most part. But when they needed a play and they threw it, they were able to get it. I think we had 2 or 3 balls go between our hands for interceptions. We didn't get a fumble or two that they laid on the ground, and then we had a couple of blown coverages. And I hate to say blown coverages. I don't know if I've ever said that in my career, because we're so simple. It is hard to make a mistake other than just getting out and athleting. But tonight we did have a couple of blown situations.
And also, to Gilbert's credit, they had a couple of really dynamic players, and obviously in Jaquaeus Leaphart and their quarterback Hendricks really had strong showing.
That quarterback has made tremendous strides since we saw him earlier in the year on film against somebody else, and he was throwing the ball great. We knew he could run the ball. We knew he was kind of quick, and he's a little bigger than we thought he was. but I hate to think about dealing with him for the next 2 years.
Hey, Noah?
Yes, Ken.
Ask him when he decided to put Leapart in the secondary.
Well, he's been back there all year. In fact, he had an interception in that position against North Augusta to start the season. When we go too deep, he's the one. He's the best athlete I got for that situation that can go back and forth without me substituting. And sometimes he wants to do everybody else's job, and he leaves his place. And right before the interception, I think we had a timeout or something, and I said, your job is to take that post coming backside over there, leave Taylor, trust Taylor to do his job. You should have picked off that last pass, and then he picked that one off. So, maybe I should have said that a lot sooner.
He's a fine football player. From a defensive point of view, could you imagine what your defense would be like without him?
Oh, no, sir. I mean, like we've talked about it many times, we're an egg. I almost think we could lose Daniel before we could lose Xavier, and that's saying something because Xavier returns all our kicks. He's our defensive play caller, and to watch him run past other linebackers and corners to make tackles on the other side of the field is amazes me. I'm hoping he starts inspiring our guys to up their game.
Well, it was an exciting game from an offensive point of view, and you're right. Daniel Carr is about as exciting a quarterback as Coach. I think it's the best quarterback we've seen.
Well, we've been pretty much keeping it a secret all year. His ankle has been bad since North Augusta game, and almost all of his runs have been because of necessity, not because of intention for the most part, and that's why we took him out there at the end of the game again. He tweaked it over here. It had been getting a lot better, and we just didn't want to run him until we got down to the region play, and like I said, most of his runs have been on necessity, and that's probably why he's taken a few of them long losses on occasion, So I didn't want anybody else in the area. We play everybody in the area. I didn't want them to know. So, but anyway, he's an exceptional player.
Well, Cameron Brown, and we've talked about the two cars. Cameron Brown, he just looks like a ball player. He's bigger than most everybody on it, certainly when he's back there in the defensive secondary.
Most definitely, and I'm still amazed, and I guess I'll never, after 35 years of coaching here, what it takes to be a Division I football player. But he's got half a dozen to 10 offers, but and a couple of them are D1s that used to be, Division II teams like Georgia Southern and Elon and Citadel, and this University of Richmond just, holy mackerel, they chasing him left and right. They want him bad. And I'll tell you this. After they talk to him, they want him even more because he's a class kid, very respectful, makes good grades, and he's just the kind of kid you want sitting at your kitchen table.
Well, that's about as high a compliment as you can pay.
Yes, sir.
Noah, you got anything else?
No, just want to congratulate the coach and thank him for stopping by here at the end.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Good luck on the rest of the season. We'll see you later in the season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
All right. That's head coach of Midland Valley, Coach Knight, and Coach Brace.
Yes, indeed.
I think he'd be pleased if it was more like 55 to 18.
I'm sure he would. He wants his defense to play better than they did tonight, but I know he's going to be very happy with this win. His kids should be very happy, and they got Swansea coming up next week, and hopefully they'll continue to roll a little bit. And I think they're a threat in their division.
Okay, Noah, you stay tight. Let's take a break, and we'll come back, and we'll have tonight's Center for Dentistry MVP.
What a crowd we have on hand tonight. And last, before kickoff, here comes the game ball. Set to be brought in from the sky by parachute. The crowd has spotted him as he comes in for a landing. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
From orthopedics to neurology, imaging to pain management, or even if a good idea just turns into an accident, CMI can help you play again. Learn more at cmi.md.
1948, Holly Tractor has been Aiken's place for farm equipment, implements, accessories, and supplies.
But did you know that Holly is your place for home yard equipment too? Riding and push mowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, and brands including Kubota, Husqvarna, and Stihl, equipment you can depend on. Come inside and see our expanded showroom. Holly is the exclusive dealer for Yeti coolers and now carry Generac generators. Holly Tractor, 1721 Richland Avenue East.
Most people think the Y is a gym, but to me, it's so much more. When I needed help, the Y gave my kids a scholarship to a safe place where they could grow, learn, and have fun. And when I was struggling with all kinds of health issues, they gave me the guidance and motivation to get well. The Y helps families create a better future and become so much more. So give, join, or volunteer at the Y.
2.5 years ago, we had our first child at Aiken Regional. When our second child was on the way, we knew we wanted to go back to women's life care. But this time it got complicated. At 25 weeks pregnant, I had to have my gallbladder removed. I would have been terrified, but Dr. Minto and the staff were so caring. When you trust your hospital this much, there's really no reason to go anywhere else. I should know. I was born there too.
At Specs Vision Center, we are focused on total eye care. Be it our large selection of designer frames, latest in contact lenses, or our great sunglass collection, we have just what you are looking for. Our doctors offer years of experience and use the latest technology to ensure a comprehensive eye examination. Late afternoon and Saturday appointments are available, so if you want the best in eye care, call Specs today at 642-9902. Since 1970, Bragg Heating Company has been keeping Aiken and the surrounding communities comfortable. Our factory-trained staff can keep you on top of the latest in heating and cooling technology, and our complete metal shop allows us to make any specialty piece your home may need. We recommend the best systems for your home: Trane, Carrier, Daikin, Mitsubishi Ductless, and Bosch geothermal systems. We accept most major credit cards and offer financing, so when you need your system maintained, repaired, or replaced, call Bragg Heating Company. We're here to make you comfortable.
Gold's Gym Game of the Week. Midland Valley victorious over Gilbert 55-38 on the Security Federal Bank scoreboard. And it's time to name tonight's MVP.
Hi, I'm Dr. Tal Wilkins.
And I'm Dr. Brooke Ussery with the Center for Dentistry.
We, along with Aiken Center Television, would like to congratulate the most valuable player of the game.
Congratulations.
Thank you, doctors. Okay, we have conversed with Noah from the booth. Yelled at him out on the track. And we had three great ones to choose from. The two cars, the cousins, Daniel and Dre, and their fine wide receiver, Cameron Brown. And, Coach, who did we come up with?
Well, we could have picked any one of those, and if the defensive person, Leapard, could have been in there also, Xavier.
That's true, too.
But we decided tonight that Cameron Brown is the most valuable player tonight. He was spectacular catching the football in a number of circumstances, and the run that they had, that little reverse in the toward the end of the ball game that really turned things around again, was a big play. So Cameron Brown, and I was really happy to hear Coach Knight talk about what a good person he is. Also, it's nice to have talent on the football field. It's more important to be the kind of person that he says he is. So Cameron Brown, MVP tonight.
Had 2 touchdowns through the air, catching the ball, and then as Coach pointed out in the fourth quarter, with a 4-point lead, he took a reverse, broke containment, went right down the middle of the field, and just outran everybody. 62 yards for a touchdown. Cameron Brown is tonight's Center for Dentistry MVP. Congratulations to Cameron Brown. Congratulations to the whole Midland Valley football team. A good win, a good way to start conference play. They're 1-0 in conference, and it'll be interesting as the season moves on. Aiken now is in the same conference with Midland Valley. That's going to be the big game at the end of the year for those two schools.
Well, hopefully Aiken can get a couple wins under their belt, to go along with what Midland Valley just did, and that could be very exciting at the end.
And Gilbert's going to make some noise before the year's over with as well, and who knows, we may see them again before the season's over.
That wouldn't surprise me. I think they're good enough offensively that they could cause some problems for people.
I actually think that the Aiken-Midland Valley game is one of the next to last game of the season. We got South Aiken, North Augusta to end it up, and Aiken-Midland Valley, I believe, is the game before that. But before then, we're going to go to Lexington next week and see North Augusta travel up and see what they can do with Lexington, and that's always a battle. Two of the bigger schools, traditionally good football programs in the state.
Yeah, and it sounded like North Augusta was in a bit of a tough ball game tonight. We didn't get the final score, but I'm looking forward to that game next week. I like to go up to Lexington and see what they do, and I think North Augusta is a good force to send up there, represent Aiken very well.
That'll be